Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Joe Thunder back once again with another episode of the Smoking Joe Thunder podcast, bringing you the latest and greatest of motherfucking hip hop and that cannabis news. Shout out to Be Good Dispensaries, our official sponsor. They got the best, herbals. Hit them up for all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? We got another banger for you, another, graffiti crew in the building. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers, I don't know if you know who they are, but after you listen to this, you're going to know who the fuck they are. But we got the homie Rove in the building. We got Van. We got Motive and Soaks. We got TCA crew in the building. What's going on, y'all?
What's up, Joe?
What up?
Shit, how y'all doing, man?
Now we doing good.
Good.
Happy to be here.
Hell yeah! Thanks for having us, dude.
I've
for
known
real.
you for a minute, Rove. It's been a
Hell
minute.
yeah,
It's been a couple years, or how long has it been, brother?
Well, let's just to put it into perspective. For I met you before I was old enough to drink.
More than that. We were talking earlier. I
And-
met you when you were like 14 on the
Yeah.
Ogden block at some little
Yeah, like 15,
hip-hop.
something like that. For and then now I'm old enough to want to drink too much.
What's your beer of choice? Is that what it is right there?
No, my beer of choice is the cold one.
The cold one.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
talk
one.
shit about your beer.
No, I'll take all of it, for all of it.
What's the best beer for back in the day? Or what's
Back in the look, I'll tell you what, for fucking 40s, dude. 40s,
Best-
cold 40s, fool. Mickey's, fucking King Cobra, fool. I fucking done all that shit, fool. I didn't even drink 40s. I stopped drinking 40s when I turned 21, fool. Before that shit, it was like 40s were my shit, fool. Mickey's. I think Mickey's was my shit. It was my shit
yeah.
when I was in high school.
in college, bro? We used to say free beer is the best beer.
Oh yeah.
Free beer is the best
You
beer.
know what I mean?
What if it's warm?
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Do
Better
it
go
your-
get some ice.
Do a European style?
Yeah, you better go get some ice or something. You know what I'm saying? Are all y'all from here or what? Let's start with you, Rove. You
Nah.
from Denver? Where you from? Tell me where you from.
Nah,
man.
I'm from,
Or were you kind of born and raised.
I'm from Inglewood, California, man. Fucking
Oh, shit.
the 310, man. Fucking moved here in about 2001. Left a couple times.
Back and forth or what?
Yeah, I left, came back, came back. And this is home now,
Right.
I like
You've
it.
been here for a minute.
Oh,
shit.
yeah,
At least
for-
a dub.
Yeah, like I said, this is home now, I still go back and visit and shit, but, COVID fucked that up for a little while. But I still keep in contact with the homies,
What kind of made you kind of stay here or kind of not, you know what I mean? Stay in LA or Inglewood?
You know what? The reason I even am here to begin with is because my parents said, "Yo, we got to keep this fool out of trouble." And within a month of moving here, I got arrested and got into all kinds of shit and
Where'd you get arrested for?
fucking trespassing, man.
It's usually what it is.
Trespassing. It was my first introduction at that time. I was so young moving here that I didn't know what graffiti was. I just moved here and I knew that I was yo, this shit's dope. And I was just a little knucklehead that
Were you not seeing that in Cali or?
oh hell yeah, but where I grew up for it was
more
gang
gang shit.
graffiti for.
Okay.
So the crews that I saw, the things that I saw that were graffiti was that to me was damn. It looked so crazy that mid 90s to late 90s LA hand style Ayer had with the swoops and all that shit. That to me back then was it was fucking crazy for. But the gang graffiti, it was dope and it fascinated me because I was
I think
damn.
their style is fucking impeccable, bro. I love
Yeah.
on those old school cholo graffiti.
Yeah, some of them, I think honestly for a lot of them were we're gonna put this food down because he can tag dope.
Right.
It was
Nah, for
just
sure,
put our
for
shit
sure.
up.
Fucking the big homie dropped a lot of that knowledge on me, man, when I was out there about shit like that. And, the dress and fucking, you know what I mean?
Fuck.
I know the last night he took me to all the hood, the hoods, bro. He took me to Watts, Compton, and
Oh yeah.
this shit right here. I guess where the Compton swap meet used to be, now it's a Walmart.
Ah.
Where Easy used to slang his shit, but
Fuck.
right when you hit that shit, bro, straight gang crossed out,
Yeah,
fucking
fuck.
graffiti,
A lot of shit.
Here.
Growing up in the 90s, fool, and fucking the early 90s to the mid 90s, right before I moved in LA, I think it was when I first moved here, people would be like, what's LA like? Is it like the movies? And I'm
You
yeah,
laugh.
kind of. A little bit. It kind of is, because, it's different on the other side. Because when I go over there, they're like, yo, is Colorado you fools riding horses or what?
Right. And you're
I'm like, nah, fool, what the fuck?
we're in the A-Town.
No, we have roads, fool, But it's dope, though, because I get a little bit of both, what I needed, what introduced me to graffiti in LA I felt like I needed something. Like, what is this? You know? And then when I got here, and like that's when it fucking exploded, and I was like, oh, all right. So it's actually it's different. It's different from gang shit because I thought that like even the crews that I saw, like the old CBS shit and all that shit that I was seeing. I thought all of that was gang shit. All of it was gang.
You didn't
like,
know the difference.
Yeah, because like I was like, oh, so that's just a better writer from another gang or something. Because like I was that young, you know.
What's funny to me that still kills me to this day is like whenever I used to hand out flyers for shows or CDs, and they see the graffiti, and they would be like, "Oh, gang shit." I'm like, "Nah, fool."
He's like, yeah, we're having a gang party. You want to come?
Yeah, you're special invited, right? You're the honoree. You know what I mean?
Sign the back and RSVP.
Who were you kind of seeing like when you first moved here as far as writers?
When I first moved here, that's a fucking easy ass question, dude. Coles and Preach. Coles, Preach, Dime, Sweck, Scape, like
Just
all the
fucking Colorado legends, bro.
Yeah,
Just
it's like
named a gang of fucking Colorado.
Yeah, if it was like
all star.
Yeah, when I first moved here, I was
Mount
like,
Rushmore
damn.
ass.
It was it wasn't like it was in LA as like on the fucking like fucking barricades on the freeway and shit and like
Yeah,
like
it's different.
sideways spots, but there were dope ass spots.
LA's more suicidal.
It kind of is. It's like if in LA for if you ain't fucking murdering the freeways, not even murdering, just like do some risky shit at least twice, 3 times. Okay, now you're doing graffiti.
I remember the homie Concept and Heiser had a spot on the highway. You know what I mean? Like, and there's cars. That fool's telling me there's cars going by 150 miles an hour.
Oh yeah, for there's no speed limits in LA.
It's
Fool.
still like some crazy shit.
The speed limit in LA is go.
But that's that type of shit that runs for fucking lifetimes because they
Yeah.
can never buff it. How you gonna buff a spot on the inside barrier of the LA highway? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That shit's not happening, bro.
We-
You gotta
you
shut
know-
down the whole highway. to
Yeah,
get to it.
exactly.
I tried. Me and Shu tried doing that shit. Fucking back in the day for it. That motherfucker, man. I swear to God, fucking Shu.
Were you trying to ear?
Yeah, we tried it. He started it.
He
You
attempted
guys
it.
had a few spots like that.
And
on
he did. We
I-65
would
before
fucking do
Mountaineer.
daytime spots for it, just like we had our little routine of how to do it, and like daytime shit. And that fool would just like hop out and like not give a fuck, do a straight 3-color fill in. Well, a fill in, highlights, everything, 3 colors. You know, like 3, 4, 5 in the afternoon. Fucking like just the barricades on the side, like pull over on the emergency lanes, and that fool would just do it.
Right.
Fool was just he's a machine. Fool, like I don't know. Shout out to Shu, man. That motherfucker.
He was telling me one story how like they were doing all kinds of construction on the highway, and they went and bombed the fuck out of it, and this shit was on the news, and his dad seen it. He was right there,
Oh yeah.
beat the shit out of him. All
Yeah,
pissed
I
off,
remember,
you know
I
what
remember,
mean?
I remember fucking
All
Chino.
the-
Shout out to
the
him
T-
too.
The T-Rex project.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yo, that shit came out on some newsletter or some fucking shit for the Aurora fucking like newspaper or some shit. Big old shoe tag on the fucking side on this pole. Yeah, that was he's dope, man. And shout out to Chino too, fucking big shoe. That fool-
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
I've known
He's
that
fucking,
dude for a
he
long
make
time.
bomb ass enchiladas, New
Yeah,
Mexico
that-
style. If you
he's
don't
a-
know.
Yeah, he's a dope dude, man.
Hey, well, shit, right next to you, man. Like I said, we got another OG, man. We got Ben, been doing shit for a minute, hanging out. You've hung out, you know what I mean, or been friends like with Coes and these cats too when they're really in their heyday, right?
Yeah, it was cool to look up to those guys and be able to like hang out with them, paint with them, you know. Them drop their knowledge on me.
I had the pleasure of painting with Preach once, going bombing with him once, and I videotaped it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
I've
saying?
seen it.
And I've had the pleasure of painting with Shu and Coes back in the day, pieces a couple times, you know what I mean? Not too
Yeah.
many. I remember one time they was talking shit, because like, you know you painting between two of the greats, because I painted Shu, me, and then fucking Coes. I'm like, appreciate y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
You want to try to come out as correct as you can and keep up with those
Oh,
guys.
they was helping
but,
for
you know,
sure, bro.
But you see, that's the dope ass fucking thing about Preach, R.I.P., Coes, Suave, Shu, like everyone in TKO I've ever met, dude, has always been dope as fuck as a person. You know, like aside from being dope ass writers, every single one of them, all them people that I just named, every one of them will help you. You got a question, ask them like, hey man, how do you do? You know, and I think that's dope as fuck for that, like, you know, don't fucking like, oh, I'm dope and I know how to do
I
this.
know how to
and-
do everything
Yeah, like, I mean, if
using dollar paint.
hey,
Oh, yeah.
fuck,
Right.
hey,
No, I'm saying-
Hey, I got stories about dollar paint with these foods and everything.
The dollar golds was my shit.
Damn, the fucking Huffer special.
Hey, where'd you kind of grow up in? Where were you born and raised?
I grew up in Southside Denver.
Right, and you got connections to who the homie Crook, the fucking who were you talking about? Who else?
Crook, MI, all of them. They're all family.
Prime players,
Prime
right?
players, yeah. I
Oh,
big
shit.
cubs, so
I was just reading the understream earlier with the Prime players
Look,
on it.
I
'cause
missed
they gave me
that
a
shit.
couple of them, you know what I mean?
yeah, they're still out there making their music here and there.
Hell yeah, shout out.
That's
You
all
know what I
fam.
mean? How'd you kind of get into graffiti, man, or even hip hop? Because like Denver's like different. Yeah, I'm sure you did everything. I'm sure you tried to b-boy, graffiti. You probably even rapped it one time. You know what I mean?
I was always an artist. Always drew. Actually, the first time I ever got busted, me and my brother and my cousin got caught bombing when I was like in 4th grade.
Damn.
I had to go see Roy Ball.
Hey, do we all got stories about that motherfucker,
you know what I mean?
fool? Shit.
And it really didn't. I was always interested in it, like always seeing it. Like I remember seeing like MHK on Feds, you know, PTC hitting fucking heavens and rooftops and stuff, and interested in it, not knowing until I really got into high school and I met up with a couple cats in high school, like Avor and my homeboy Reek, and you know, like we were still a small time, but they put me onto it a lot.
To more than what you were accustomed to,
Yeah,
like kind of
man.
broaden your perspective, right?
Yeah, and then you know, I really have nobody to really show me the whole ropes. I kind of learned a lot on my way until like I started meeting all these big time writers, and they'd be like, "Hey," like I remember painting with Shoe, and he was like, "No, you do it this way. You do your inline this way."
What's crazy is like Denver does have some really big time writers. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I'd say so, fool, and I 100% believe it, but I don't think anyone outside of Denver sees it the same way we do.
Now, with some of the cats going as hard as they've been going,
Mm-hmm.
that's changing.
I hope so, man.
You know what I mean? But I know what you're saying. People don't know like who AC is. Like he was getting up with codes.
Fool,
like,
he was crazy,
spots,
yeah.
doing daytime shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those cats, you know what I mean? Shoot, you know what I mean? Just fucking
Yeah.
putting in the work, bro.
Yeah,
they
work.
just don't know. Like that's the whole thing about.
I think
Denver's-
Colorado's getting hated on, fool, honestly.
It kind of is, bro.
And
like,
been hated on.
and it's like that with everything, with the music, with the graffiti, and everything. They
Exactly, fool, I
don't
agree.
know, bro. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
when you meet people from, especially like other big cities, they try to sound down on us. It's like stuff
They
goes
definitely
down
do.
here, bro.
They definitely do. A lot of places, like if you ask, like Atlanta, you know, down to Florida, they might know John Elway, and that's about it. If that.
Yeah. You know, somebody asked me that stupid ass shit.
What's that?
I've had that same stupid ass question in 2 states. When I moved here, they're like, "Oh, where you from?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm from LA." And they're like, "Oh, you know Arnold Schwarzenegger or some shit?" And then when I go to LA, and they're like, "Oh, so what? That fool John Elway's like everywhere or what?" I'm like, "Nah, but like, the
That's
fuck?"
funny.
I get it from like both sides, fool, you know. Mm-hmm. To LA for Colorado, to Colorado for LA.
Hell yeah.
All my Cali homies be tripping out on me on the weather. It'd be like 50 degrees out there, and they're all bundled.
Oh,
I'm out there with fucking my shirt off.
Yeah.
In Colorado, it's 50 degrees. We're out fucking playing volleyball.
Yeah,
We're
for,
out.
hey, for every
You
time
guys
I
are all bundled up like you guys are getting the worst weather
Shit,
of your life.
even in Cali though, bro, we were painting like in the hood, like it was like 2 a.m. Like it's by
Nice.
the beach. That shit was cold as fuck. Bro. I was in the whip.
oh,
with the
fool, you by
heater,
the
bro.
beach, yeah, fool. That shit's weird. It's like that's where like the weather meets. Like
Yeah,
you went
for
to a
sure.
weather meet.
Hell yeah.
That's where everyone was trying to decide like, are you gonna be cold tonight? I'm gonna be rain. What you gonna do? I'm gonna fuck up Joe's night.
For real, for real. Shit. It's been kind of some crazy, man. I've left here a couple times with the snow and the ice. Like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna make it tonight.
Oh yeah, that's especially if driving through the mountains. That should get scary.
Oh, I don't do that. Fuck that, fool.
Hell yeah.
Fuck that. I learned how to fucking drive in snow and shit and like be comfortable enough to like, you know, get around and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But you ain't gonna catch me going west in the wintertime.
I'll attempt it. Depends what's on the line. No, I'm just
Have you done it?
Oh yeah. You
You have?
Not like yeah. Like I mean yeah.
I heard it gets bad for like fuck all that, man. All that fucking snow where you can't even see and shit.
Just gotta drive slow.
I don't know if it's really the snow.
Well,
It's
is it? I think.
traffic.
Well, I mean, even the inclines and shit, right? Like,
I was telling someone the other day, man, I used to work for Apple up in Boulder. And that's just like an hour on the highway.
Yeah.
Like hour on the highway to get to that motherfucker.
you sure it wasn't in fucking Wyoming?
Bro. And I worked the crazy get off at midnight shit. And in the winter, bro, with that 36, you know, I was always worried about that. Like, am I gonna make it home tonight? And then I remember I had a fucking whip that had no heater, bro.
Ah, full.
My heater's a cup of coffee before I leave the building, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I learned for like when everyone I don't even share this type of knowledge with my homies in LA. They're like, how do you get through the snow and all that shit? The key is having a heater. A heater that works, fool, and you were fucking shit out of luck.
That's why you always see me wearing shorts and not really bundled up, bro, because I figure, shit, it'll be warm in the car.
Is that in New Mexico?
It'll be warm wherever I go. I just got to deal with the little 5 minutes to get it hot.
Is that a New Mexico thing? We're like, fuck it. Even though if it snows, I'm gonna wear shorts. Fuck that.
Nah, I'm the only one really fool.
No, I know somebody else from
Me
New
and
Mexico that wore shorts
You know who I seen?
excessively.
You know who I seen lately on Facebook that wears shorts all the time and kind of dresses like me that's fucked up is Adam Sandler, fool.
Oh, that's that's shitty.
Wearing basketball
Hey.
shorts and a t-shirt, bro. And I'm just like,
That's shitty now because I've been seeing his ass lately. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? This fool looks like he's in his living room
for
at the liquor
real.
store.
And I kind of be like doing that sometimes, bro. I just be like,
Hey, you know what? When you hit a certain age, fool, it's just like, fuck what you think. It's comfort.
The thing you gotta get now is that electric start. I ain't scraping
Oh,
no
that's the
windows
shit.
no more.
That's the shit, fool. If you're a smart man like my friend Ben here, you get yourself a fucking
I'm still kind of in the
remote
hood,
start.
bro. Like that shit might not be there.
Nah, you don't even put the key in it.
I'm saying, but if you warm that shit up, when you're in there drinking your coffee, motherfucker gonna come and take your whip.
Nah,
that's
No,
Is it more advanced now?
It's safe.
Am I
It's
still
safe.
old school?
you open the
It's
hood,
safe.
it kills it. You touch the brake and it shuts it off. It's
I think
all-
even opening the door shuts it off,
Nah,
doesn't
that's
it?
when you hit the brake.
Some shit, fool.
Hey, do
But
you
it's
remember, you remember that TV show Bait Car?
Yeah. Fool. Hey, where did they always where did they always do it for in the East Coast, right? Jersey, fucking Philadelphia, mostly Jersey
I
though.
thought the West Coast too, or nah?
I never seen
There was
it.
always a gang of Mexicans and that shit.
Pues, ¿quién crees, güey? Who you think's gonna steal that shit?
Everyone in LA,
Yeah,
New York, shit.
Nah, it's gonna be
What's
Mexicans,
that? What's
fool.
that one where they used to put the bike there?
That's YouTube, I think.
And they would fucking same
Oh,
thing.
with
They would,
like
I
the
think.
cord or the shocker.
The cord to let.
yeah. One
Yeah.
of the cops would put a bike there and they would fucking catch them right
Already
off.
this shit?
Yeah.
I'm trying to catch him. That's just too funny,
Hey,
bro.
fuck that, man.
Hell yeah. And shit next to Vin, we got Motive, right?
Yep.
You from
Motive.
you born and raised in Colorado, or you were?
Nah, I'm born in California. I'm from Montebello, California.
Where's that at? Is that like in the LA area?
Yeah,
kinda?
LA area.
South,
Yeah.
north, east,
Yeah,
west.
it's right by Pico Rivera, Whittier, kind of
Okay, so kind of by
downtown area.
Yeah, I was gonna say Whittier's like by downtown. I never knew.
Yeah,
Fucking, I've been there.
yeah.
many times,
Downtown
bro.
was my backyard. You know.
And I never like really knew that Whittier was downtown. And
Yeah,
we
it's-
went
it's
last
close
time, and I was
enough,
like,
yeah.
"This is close to downtown." I was like, you know, I never kind of like LA's so
Yeah.
fucking big, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro, it's huge. You gotta drive hours to get out of LA County. You know.
Check
Full.
it out. Last
Hell
time, I went, like I said, I went 6 months ago. I was trying to go to a concert, like a little festival, bro. And it was like in Anaheim, and I'm like, all right. I was like,
Yeah.
that's like an hour, 20 minutes away. You know what I mean? And I start strategizing and start getting ready to go. I'm like, I ain't counting traffic, bro. Like, I ain't
Yeah.
down there for like 2
Hey,
hours.
You gotta
that's-
account for
that's
that
how it is.
shit.
When I go back home and try to go visit the homies, it's like I got homies in SGV and the IE and LA. And it's like I could only make it to like half of the homies.
You gotta plan
Because
that whole
you're
day out.
driving-
That's
Fool, it's a
3 hours,
week.
you know?
You could easily take a week for
Yeah.
revisiting people in LA for when you go back. It's like,
The
oh, this
homies
fool
like,
went.
when you gonna pull up? I'm like, bro,
I know,
Nice.
you kind of
I've
think
been
like
driving all day.
you kind of think it's more simple, but it's really not.
Well,
that simple.
it's because you get accustomed to Colorado, dude. It's like everyone's like, oh, I'm in Thornton, I'm in Englewood.
Everything's really, you know what I
I'd
mean?
say 30 minutes.
Yeah, at the most.
30
it used
minutes.
to be.
let's say you
30 to
hit
40.
traffic, bro.
30 to 40.
You're down 3 hours. You know?
Man, I was in
Oh,
LA during
fuck,
COVID
fool.
too, and that shit was lovely during COVID. There was no traffic.
Oh, flip.
That-
Fool,
you know,
when I was still living in LA, fool, I would carry my bag of weed and blunts, and then when I get stuck in traffic, fool, throw it in park, get your weed out, roll a blunt, smoke it, and you'll move once it's done.
I honestly,
I for real used to
yeah.
do that shit, fool.
Yeah,
I know what
LA's a
you're
whole
talking
different
about.
beast. You
I know what
it's
you're
so
talking about.
big,
Like throw it in
sometimes
park,
it's
fool, and like you're gonna roll, smoke a
Shit,
blunt
you
by
don't even-
yourself.
You don't even have to put it in park, dog. It's so standstill sometimes where you could just do one at a time. I have a story of a friend, bro, and I've never seen this before. Excuse me, and it was the homie David. And I was rolling with that fool downtown one day, and this fool had a stick shift little truck, and I swear to God, I seen this fool roll a blunt and drive that stick shift downtown with one hand. And I'm talking about, He broke up the blunt. He broke up the Reggie. Took all the sticks
Oh,
and
damn.
seeds. Yeah, this is back in the day, bro.
No, so I mean, you gotta do that shit correct, fool, because you get them little sticks.
All while driving downtown, stop and go, you know, in a stick shift and lit that shit. I ain't ever seen no shit like that again.
He did
in
that
my
shit
life.
one-handed.
One-handed.
Fool, I swear.
Well, he gotta
like,
be driving.
No,
bro.
well, I
Like,
would
he can't, you know
look.
what I
Fool,
mean?
I would deny that shit, but I think I seen a video or something somewhere for where I seen somebody in like the Dominican Republic or some shit rolling like a cigarette in their hand, like broke it up, did it all one-handed. For I'm pretty sure I seen that shit, so I don't even doubt that story. So I'm pretty sure that shit was true.
we used to do just dumb shit like that. But when I worked at Attorney in Apple and Boulder, I did this some shit where, like, I went on break and I went to my car, rolled the blunt, and we used to have this racetrack. I filmed the whole shit and smoked the whole blunt during like my 15-minute break. Got back in, clocked in, welcome to Apple, he'll be like,
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, no wonder my shit never gets fixed, boy. What
yeah,
the fuck?
exactly, bro. Hey, what kind of made you move to Denver, man?
My mom moved out here like 2001, 2002.
You just
You know?
rode with your mom?
Yeah, no. So I came out here just to visit my mom. Now I was just into the graph game, so I got into a little bit of trouble. Ended up fucking like doing a little.
So you were doing graffiti out there as well?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a crazy thing, bro. Like you do graffiti out there, and it's like,
At that time, it was rough.
yeah, exactly, bro.
They didn't play.
Like the amount of work you put out there, you put that same amount of work here.
Oh, it's
It's like a lot smaller city, you know.
yeah, bro.
And
Like,
I was like, oh,
You get
damn.
noticed a
just
lot
like we
more.
talk about like LA, bro. Like that shit is huge, bro.
It's
And like
fucking massive, dog.
you could do 20 spots and you still ain't up. Like
Nah, hell no,
you're
fool.
smart.
Yeah, that's what we used to do. We used to just walk around all night, you know.
For all
And
city.
then we came out here, and it's like we did nightly missions, and it's like,
We're
That's-
going across town every day.
That's honest, and that's honestly something for that I've known these fools for fucking as long as I've known you, fool. And I've only been down in TCA for what, 2 years,
Nah, more than that, maybe.
3 years, maybe now at this point.
I don't even keep count.
But you know, like it made an impression, fool. If you were like, no one can deny, fool, that this fool, Viral, fucking Avor, fools, Amor, fucking fools were putting up, like, it made me say, yo, oh shit, TCA, who's that? 215er. I was like, this fool's from LA. Because, you know, in LA, fool, I actually
it's the numbers.
you have to have numbers, fool. I got asked, they're like, oh, what do you write? And I was like, Rove. And they're like, yo, what's your number, though? I was like, what the fuck?
Number one.
Nah, but then, like, then it clicked because I was fucking, you know, like a
Do
young
do
kid.
you know why they were adding the numbers to the name, or do you know?
In,
Honestly,
in LA?
Yeah.
Or not?
Full honestly, I don't think there is a story. I think
I've heard
people.
something, but I don't really
I think
recall
people-
it.
I just feel like when I was growing up, everybody had a number. It
Yeah.
was like it was a number before a name,
Yeah,
you know.
and it's not one.
Yeah,
It's not one
like,
ever.
Everybody had a number. It's
I
like,
don't. I don't
what's
think.
your
Fool,
number?
have you ever seen anyone in LA for where we grew up putting like Rove 1?
One or
Like, no.
that was a Denver thing. I would always see like
Well, the word
the
one
Yeah.
one
or the
you know?
word one.
Yeah,
Honestly, outside of like the fools that were doing like hip hop graffiti, like the fools on Melrose and shit like that, they were doing like New York style, like the curvy,
that East
almost
Coast style.
cursive with ONE at the end. And that shit, I thought when I would see that, I was like, oh, he must be from New York or something, you know. But when I grew up with this for, I thought this was graffiti. You need to have a number. And you know, like shit means shit. You know, like if you write oneer in California, for what's that mean in LA? That means I'm not in the crew. I'm a oneer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You're
so-
by yourself, yeah.
Okay.
But everyone everywhere else.
I have no idea about that.
No, well, I mean, like, not to say that it's like a mistake or some shit, but it's just that like oneer, it's just like everyone does it.
Yeah, it's like a loan. I'm a loan.
But
everyone does
but
it.
in LA where we grew up,
It's almost
it's
like a trend, you know. Some
Yeah.
people see it and start
yeah,
doing
where
it,
it's
you
like
know?
writing ONE,
Yeah.
ONER.
Any other kind of stuff like that, like LA little, you know what I mean?
Shit.
Well, he used to write 215er, so a lot of people had like numbers like that, like
Yeah, it's a
87
number.
or,
Yeah.
you know.
Like or 47.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
like
what
that
I mean?
was real-
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there you
yeah,
go.
that's
Yeah,
good.
rest in
And this
peace,
came out here
man. Rest in
writing
peace.
215, everybody's like, oh, I'm gonna be 303 or fucking.
Now, when I saw that
72
shit, when I saw my first 215er tag, my fucking head turned, and I was like, all right.
Because it's different.
No, I was like, oh, that's a fool from LA. But when I first moved here, fool, I'm gonna let you in on something. I thought Preach and Coles were from LA because they were doing that type of shit. Big fucking 3-color fucking burners, side of the highway, like, and I was like, oh, because that's what I knew. Graffiti is that.
Right.
And I was like, oh, so they're from LA? Because, like, I didn't see, everyone else was doing different shit, you know?
Yeah, I feel like they were inspired by that, like Cali style.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like Denver, it's like a mixture. You got the East Coast and West Coast. Like when I first moved out here, there was like a lot of mixture. Like I remember kicking with like this fool Clumsy, and he had like a super like
Curvy
lovely,
ass, yeah.
curvy little
Yeah.
style, you know. And it was like, and then meeting like Preach and Coles, they had like that jagged like.
Yeah, that's how I
crazy
thought.
style, and it's
I
like,
thought they were from
I was
LA.
like, damn, it feels like these styles are fucking clashing right here.
Yeah, and then once I started getting into graffiti, I was like, this is dope. It's like a melting pot.
Yeah,
Because in LA, everyone writes the same pretty much, except for like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know the obscure fools that do crazy
Yeah, even
shit.
to
You know,
Like
Hey,
back in the
you-
day, were people doing like more burners or like more throwies? Because I feel like nowadays it's
You know
kind of
what?
like
you know what?
It's more burners.
Yeah.
I feel like Cali's more like
That's
you
what it
just-
was.
Yeah.
Like because of Ayer, I feel that like it was like you got to do something impressive for it. And that I think there's a difference between a quote unquote burner, which to me it's like,
we actually
I
talked
don't
about
know,
this
but-
burners and pieces.
well, to me quote unquote an LA burner is it's like a funky ass straight letter, not a. But I mean, other people may have other opinions. But like, by a funky ass straight letter, I say like it's not. There's a lot of straight lines, but there's also curves and like a funky ass straight letter. Mm-hmm. You know, just like really stylized and shit like that. But a
Just a
piece,
neighborhood
to me, is fucking. You can't define it. You can't. A piece to you is one thing. To a piece to me is a whole other thing.
Right.
And to him, like, you know, like a wise man once told me, he said, "You're done when you're done. You could keep going. You could keep doing. You
For
can always,
days.
yeah. You could just
That's
add.
never done.
But it's when your mind tells you, okay, that's done. That's your piece. You know, like it ain't what he tells me. It ain't what nobody tells me. You're done when you're done.
It's never finished. You could always keep adding, keep doing more.
Yeah.
Shit, for
Add
you.
something.
the best thing-
You can pay
always-
for
Yeah, you
days.
can always add something.
That's
But then-
why,
the
that's
best
why
thing
when
you
I'm
can
done,
do
I
is
want to
finish.
leave. 'Cause I'm
Yeah, that's the
usually
best
I don't want to
shit.
sit there and keep fucking with it.
Nah,
You know,
fuck.
I'm usually
Drive
the first
yourself
one
crazy.
done on the wall, and I'm sitting there waiting for everybody else to finish. I'm like,
Well, isn't that the outcome though? Is for me at least is my satisfaction comes from completion. That I go somewhere like I walk backwards for when I look at my tags. I fucking like it's completion, right? Like I did that. It's not for me the act of it, like bombing. I'm gonna be honest, for it, that shit ain't even fun. I don't like it. I like knowing that I'm about to go do some shit that's gonna make me real happy in a couple hours.
Right.
And then
But that's the thing. You have no control over that. You know, that's a hard part. You go out, you do some shit quick. You're judging yourself on that shit for days. Or like,
Isn't it? Isn't
Yeah,
it,
fool, that's the
crazy.
worst.
Isn't
Yeah.
it crazy how the wackest shit always runs the longest?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, fool!
Wackest tag, the
Oh
wackest
fool!
whatever.
I still got pictures being sent, hard copies for being sent to me from shit that was like from like 07 fool or some shit like that.
Polaroid pictures and shit.
I don't even know.
Here,
Yeah, fool, I ain't even good at math, but I'll tell you right now, I was probably very young when I did that.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna fuck when I was like I said, fool, I fucking knew what graffiti was, and then I moved here, and I absolutely thank Colorado for that. Everyone that I met here, everyone that showed me love and everything since I was a little fucking teenager, fool, showed me what like, oh, this is graffiti, not in L.A., not in Denver, not in New York, graffiti. Like, show me graffiti, the rules, the fucking normal shit.
And that's missing nowadays.
for
Oh,
sure.
fuck yeah.
Big time. There's cats beefing in the city, and it's because somebody went over some tags or someone did.
it's
Oh,
it's
they
an
be-
ego thing.
They're beefing over everything. Like some stuff you gotta let slide.
I think it's fun to some people, fool. Honestly,
Hey,
Yeah.
it gets,
Yeah.
you know.
we all
gets
been in
crazy.
beef, fool, and like that shit ain't fun. How the
It
fuck
gets you
is that
caught
fun?
up. You know what I mean?
That's a good. Yeah, it's a good way to fuck up.
on some real shit. You know what I mean? And especially if it's taken to a the next level, man.
Yeah, I've seen that go down multiple times in the city.
For
It's
real.
almost like the season it happens. Like
For
it'll be all-
graffiti?
It'll be all calm and quiet. Next, everybody's beefing in spring.
Oh, it's because everyone's thawing out.
That's because of COVID, though, too, man. COVID kind of fucked everyone up.
Hey,
you know?
for some other people that I seen, they said COVID. Fuck yeah, let's go be knuckleheads.
It's a free for all.
It had to be. I mean, if you didn't, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, fool. I was tempted. I ain't gonna lie, fool. When I was getting them calls, they're like, "Hey, fool, the city is free, fool. We could go paint anywhere." I was like, "Still though, there's this virus."
I know. We went out during that time.
Did we?
Remember? Yeah, remember
Nah,
that?
fool.
Right there on Hampton, that building that we hit.
You see that shit
Oh,
burn down?
fool.
Yeah, I know it
Oh.
burnt down.
Oh, with the paneled
We
up
fucking
walls
pulled up,
or
it was
windows.
Like, bro, I gotta take a shit.
Fool, I had to shit
Like,
so
we
bad.
pulled up. What do you
Fool,
mean?
I had to shit so bad.
Trying to go for that wall.
This
Or take
this
toilet paper with you?
nah, fool, I should have. Fool, honestly,
Me too.
this was the opportunity to use that. It was perfect. All three of us were sitting at Motive's house, and we were just watching like graffiti videos and shit. And Motive's
Getting all
like,
pumped up.
yeah, Motive's like, let's go paint. I was like, nigga, I'm in the car. Let's go. So like we go, and as soon as we get there, before we start separating the paint and shit, we're like, all right, let's go. Okay, black and white. All right, we start walking across to get to the spot, and I'm like, oh hell no. I got a shit like
You're like, blah, blah, blah.
I got
Right
shit
now, right now.
like
Not later, but right now.
I got shit immediately. So fucking we get to the spot, fool, and I have my cans in my pocket, in my hoodie and shit. And this fool starts painting, and I'm just contemplating like, am I gonna shit myself? Should I pull my pants down and shit on the floor? I don't know.
Nah, but imagine, bro. You
Yeah, it was
gotta take
terrible.
a shit. We're right by the fucking highway, so
Yeah.
this was like squatting down, like trying to paint the wall and like squatting down.
Yeah, squatting did not help.
Trying to get it out, bro.
No, squatting did not help.
He's like, oh shit, hold on.
No,
Oh
I
shit,
shit.
hold on.
And it was the off ramp. Remember, like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
off ramp
it
was
was
like
right
right
at the
behind us,
entrance.
fool. So like we're like sharing a chain link fence with the off ramp, and they're coming, they're seeing, and I'm just like squat stand, and fuck. And
Didn't you have
that
to
shit
go back and
sucked, fool.
finish it?
Did we?
I think you did by yourself.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah,
I
because
did.
I think the wood didn't take the paint that much. It was that raw ass
Oh, yeah,
plywood,
cheap
Yeah.
old ass,
and we used
like,
white
plywood.
outline. So you know,
So what happened?
I didn't shit myself.
Good. That's good.
I'll tell you that I didn't shit myself, fool. I still drove my ass all the
You
way
made
back
it.
to my house.
You didn't make those stops anywhere?
Nah, fool.
I'll tell you what, back in the day, that fool shit, we be going to the strip club. Fool. Shout out
yeah.
to homie.
Hey,
And
hell
that
yeah.
fool be, oh, shit, every time, bro.
Hey.
And I was always
At the
Taco
titty?
Bell, 7-Eleven, something
Oh,
right before
yeah.
30s,
Can't
bro.
be doing that in dirties.
Fuck no, bro. You
Nah,
can't even
fool.
do that. Dog, I thought
Fool.
like, you could take a shit in fucking shotguns, bro. You can't even take a shit.
Hell
in
no,
that
you can't,
motherfucker.
fool.
Hell no.
Hey, you know what I'll tell you could do? You can't even. Yeah, that hell yeah, you'll get some coke.
Titties.
Nah, yeah, you better not go to Shotgun Willie's and expect to blink comfortably. Not comfortably, fool. That place is an adventure, fool. I swear, when my homies come and visit me again from LA, fool, I'm taking them to Shotguns, fool. Shout out to Shotgun Willie's. Give me a discount. hey, you know
I
what,
like
fool?
dirties better, man.
Nah, fool,
I
Shotgun.
used to be in
Nah,
that place, get that
Shout out to
popcorn.
dirties.
you know
Nah,
what
fool,
I mean?
Shotgun Willie's, fool. I was walking by the entrance, fool, and these fools, I was drunk, of course. I was just drunk walking, and these fools are like, hey. Then I turned around, and he's like, hey, you want to judge a amateur stripping competition? I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so they let me in and all that, fool. I fucking, I walk in. They had, like, these wooden chairs, fool, that looked like a old lady's fucking dinner set. Fucking set up around the stage and shit. They had me this paper for and a pen, and they had like categories and everything for like someone spent time making this card.
Like survey up.
Yeah, for and it's like it had check boxes for. It's like, was this person? What I don't know what the subjects were, but like it had boxes to check for. And I was like, all right. Like I just walked in. I was like, okay, cool. Here's your chair. I was like, all right. I sat down for. And I'm a short guy. I had this girl for. There's this Ebony tall girl.
Super tall.
Tall, thick girl. She comes, she's like, oh, you a judge? I was like, yeah, I'm a judge. This woman comes and sits on my lap. She was heavy as shit, fool.
He's about to break you.
Heavy, fool. My leg hurt. She looked good, though. She wasn't ugly or nothing, you know. Like, she looked good, fool. But my leg was hurting. And she's just over here shooting this shit. No, I know, like, you just trying to talk to me because you know I'm a judge.
Right.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, cool. And I was just enjoying the conversation. And then after a point, fool, I was like, yo, my thigh's about to break. Bitch, like, you got to get up. I don't know how I told her. Maybe it was, maybe I did it in Spanish or something, fool, but I got kicked out.
I got a fucked up one. Remember the old Penthouse strip club? Behind shotguns in the back?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, what?
And in there, this brand new Asian girl, and was like, who's getting a dance from her? Everybody points at me. I go upstairs with her, and she starts rubbing my leg all weird. She's like, sorry, I get excited. Fucking leg is glowing. She fucking creamed on me while she was giving me a lap dance. I fucking walked down the stairs, but my fucking leg is glowing in the fucking neon light.
Fool. That's like super bad. Where that fool had blood.
That's crazy. That's funny. That's too funny, bro.
That's great. That's dope because I didn't know shotguns had a fucking back room. I don't even want to go there, fool. That's, or used to?
I'm sure they all got secret
I went
rooms,
to,
bro.
like, this time last
Yeah,
year.
but not shotguns, so I ain't going there for. I'll go once. So I ain't gonna lie. I'll go once and just to have a story.
I went
Just
to these
like-
ones in New York, and every stripper told me $500 you go in the back room.
Whatever. It's clever.
Or whatever.
I can do
They were
that.
fine.
500
Are
though.
they fine or what?
Yeah, they were good.
500 for
Not in
Shit.
New York, though. Fuck, dog. Shit.
what part? He's like, what part of New
One
York?
told me $1,000. She's like, $1,000.
A grand?
I'm sure.
He's like, you better have papers, bitch. You got your shots.
I
I
know
want to
this-
see some shots.
I know this cat who dealt with like a lot of celebrities, kind of like a lot of autograph signings, a lot of shit like that. And he told me that every female in Hollywood has a price, from Kim to whoever.
You know what? I've heard that for.
And
believe it.
I've heard it for.
if you want Kim, bro, and you got fucking 8 million, you can have Kim Kardashian.
Hey, so how much does it cost to marry him for? Does it take a
keep
discount?
it,
It's
yeah.
like, yeah, you could fuck not 8 million for, but 5 million, and you had to marry. You got to marry her though afterwards.
I don't know. That's a
Gotta have
curse,
2
bro.
kids.
That's a curse. bro.
Hell no, for them Kardashian bitches for are like they're disgusting for they're worse than herpes. I think I'd rather have herpes for. Yeah, for they'll ruin your career, fool. Like you go from making millions to owing millions just because your dick got hard
Or cracked out.
or cracked out. Hey, come on now,
I'm
come
joking,
on.
I'm joking.
Leave Mr. Odom out of this, all right?
Jeez, you have to drop his name.
I said modem.
Modem. A modem back in the day. And then, hey, man, next to you, we got Soaks. What's up, brother?
What up? What up?
How you doing, man?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. You from Denver? You
Yeah,
from Colorado?
born and raised, bro.
What
Denver.
part?
Well, I grew up in Villa Park area, so West Side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that area. Yep, in the hood.
And then what kind of got you into, like, hip-hop or got you into graffiti, man?
Honestly, bro, I've always been like a hip hop head my whole life.
What you first listen to?
Ah, shit.
What's the first shit that caught your ear? Like, you was like, what the fuck is that?
First shit that caught my ear had to be like back in the day, like some Nas for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then what kind of got you into the graffiti, man? You like to draw or you just like to fuck you?
I've always been an artist, bro. I've always drew like my whole life. That's how it started for me first. Just always been into art, drawing, and I just remember being young too, like over there in the Villa Park area. I don't know if like you're
Let them know where that is, because the people, might not know.
Yeah.
Like, kind of give me 2 streets.
2 streets. So Villa Park is in between, I would say 7th and Knox, all the way down to 10th Avenue, and from Sheridan to Federal.
Okay.
So it's it's kind of a small area, but covers some distance.
Hell yeah. You grew up there and shit?
Yeah, grew up there. Yep.
Hell yeah. Starting with you, man, how did you kind of get your name right now that you write? How did that come about?
Shit. Honestly, bro, like
How'd you get Soaks, man?
I was maybe like 16, 17, and I had gotten into a little bit of trouble and, had to do a little bit of time in like juvenile DYC, like juvenile prison and stuff. And
You said juvenile prison. Dog.
Yeah,
that
man,
doesn't sound
yeah.
like the Gillian to me.
now I just getting
Hell
in trouble,
no.
bro, and I got committed 0 to 2 years. And
Damn, fool.
yeah, I was just thinking of like names, coming up with names. And originally I spelled it SOEK. But then over time, it made more sense to me to write it how it's like originally spelled, SOAK.
Oh yeah, and
So.
I'm all high, bro. How'd you get it again?
You're good, bro. Just contemplating on what I should write.
Got you.
So.
Did you have any other names you were thinking of, or?
Not that I could remember off the top of my head. No,
Oh yeah.
not really.
What about you, Ro? How'd you kind of? You were saying earlier you just use Ro for everything, right?
Yeah, fool. That's my international government.
How'd you kind of get that?
I was writing something different.
What
When,
was that?
uh,
What was your first name?
Desert.
Desert.
DESR.
Desert?
Yeah, desert.
Like Desert Eagle.
Well, no, it stood for Desmadre. Well, it was DES when I was 14 or 13, something around there. And I was like, I like the word desmadre. Like, this was, es puro pinche desmadre. Like, this was like, it's like ruckus or something, you know? So,
Okay.
and I was like, well, and at the time, before I discovered hip hop when I moved to Colorado, I was all about gangster rap and shit. So I was like, oh, Dez is like Daz, you know, from Corrupt and Daz and
Are
shit.
you into gangster rap, or are you into?
Oh,
Chicano
for the
gangster
hardest
rap,
of gangster-
or both of it?
Oddly enough, look for I to this day, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it, and I don't care who hates it. I fucking hate Chicano rap.
Oh,
You can't hate it, bro.
I hate it.
You can't hate. There's some good
take the
stuff.
knife out of my
No.
bag, dog.
No. Okay, look.
That shit, bro.
Okay, look.
Fucking make me
Okay,
listen.
if somebody wants to show me a good fucking Chicano rap,
I'll show
fucking
you after this podcast.
Okay.
I could la raza.
okay.
fool.
Motor's gonna take me outside and he's gonna beat me up.
You know what I mean? The song, fucking Mr. Criminal Nate Dogg, bro, and Mr. Capone. You know what I mean? And I don't know much about Chicano rap. I'll tell you that, but
Yeah.
I know they got.
Well,
some
I'm just
good
saying that, like, you know, to me, this all comes from like growing up how I did. That like I didn't know when I was when I was like 5 to like 7, I didn't know that there was a race outside of Mexican. And like when I was like 5 years old, fool, I thought that like teachers were like robots or some shit. They were like, oh, look at them, they're all white. Because like in South Central fucking areas like where me and Motive grew up in LA, all the teachers are white. So if you grow up seeing that all your authority
one of those
figures,
movies,
cops,
you know?
are white, they're not, it's almost like they're not even real, you know, like they're just here to fuck your life up. And then like who's normal? My neighbor's Mexican, my mom's Mexican, everyone's Mexican. Everyone's Mexican, fool. Oh, hey, except for, hey, shout out to, I think his name is Brandon or like what his name was. But when I was in 3rd grade, fool, I just got a memory that came back to me. There was a fucking American History X looking ass fucking white dude in my, if anyone knows out there, in Lenox, in LA, in my elementary school, there was white as shit, and I think his name was Brandon. I think it was as white gets. And I don't know how that slipped my mind, but this fool obviously lived there, you know?
He was the only white boy in the hood.
Yeah, I never thought of it,
There's
fool.
always one white boy in the hood that's down. You know what I mean? We had
They're
like
fucking crazy.
Fool.
as
the
fuck.
homie.
I
Sean.
forget, yeah, I was gonna say, I forget what comedian said it, fool, but like, that's the one that. Está cabrón,
They
güey.
get bullied the whole time. They
Just like when you
fucking
watch-
Yeah,
back.
Just
yeah,
like
you're
watch-
right, man.
That's
You're
when
right.
you watch like Colors and Sylvester's and the Mexican gang. There's always, you know what I mean?
And you know, I actually
gotta be
heard of
more.
that. I heard of in LA gangs, Mexican gangs, before there were sureños, would allow black members.
Yeah.
Blew my mind for in like 2004 or something when I heard of it. Like when I was like 17 or some shit. I was like, yo, that, because to me, fucking, since I was 7, it's something 13.
Right.
And when you cross this street, you start seeing this neighborhood.
Yeah, but
13.
we grew up on like that side of the town
But
to where
yeah, and then like
everybody's a 13.
when someone says un cholo, a gang member, I never thought of anything besides the bald head, kind of like
I
this.
feel like that was for me. That was the craziest move. When I moved from LA to here,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you had Mexicans claiming 14. And
Yeah,
13
fool,
and
and yeah, there's
Bloods
like
and
Mexican
Crips and all that
Bloods
shit.
here.
It's like, but where I'm from,
That-
where
no,
I'm from,
that don't-
everybody's a 13, you know. And it's like we came out here and I was like,
Well, then you moved to the east side of town where you know you're not used to being.
So I moved to the east side. I went to Manual, and then it's like so from being from LA, like our school was kind of segregated because there wasn't that many black people, you know. But I came here, though I went to Manual and it was super segregated. Like there was 3 floors. The main floor that I was in, it was all Mexicans.
Oh shit!
Second floor was like Mexicans and blacks, and the first floor was just blacks.
Hey, you know,
Like they separated everybody to the max.
I got a quick question, fool. Did you get put in ESL?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they put me here, fool. No, they put me in it. As soon as I got here, fool, I didn't even know my teacher's name. They're like, "Come here, you," and they took me to another room. I don't know what ESL was, fool, and I was like, okay. I thought it meant nah, fool. They kicked me out after 25 minutes. They're like, "You don't belong here. What the fuck are you doing here?"
They made me take that shit for like my first year in college, bro, and like I got
in college.
Yeah, they were like,
you need to sue them. That's
I
absurd.
I had to take like English 100, like you know what I mean, and like some crazy shit.
That's absurd, bro.
I mean, it was funny because like I was in there for when there was a gang of athletes, like chicks and dudes.
Hey,
like,
the real retards.
Like it was kind of funny because I remember there were these 2 fools. They were twins, and they're like gymnastics fools, and they, you know, same thing. Like there's a couple hot like track chicks and like a couple football players. Like,
Hey, you know what, fool? I will never talk shit about a fool that does gymnastics, fool.
oh hell
no, fool.
You gotta
Fool.
be
You gotta be
a Terminator.
hella energetic and hella strong. That sounds like a fool that could whoop your ass. Like hella energetic and hella strong.
To be,
Fool.
yeah.
I'll beat your ass for hours. Like, nah, I'm good, fool. I'm good. Like, my respects to everyone that does this gymnastics, men or women. It's insane, fool.
Hell yeah. Hey, Vin, what was your first name and how'd you kind of get your current name? Was it always been Vin or?
Nah, I wrote a lot of stupid.
Did you want to name a couple? Name a couple.
I used to write KDK, Kid Dynamite Killer.
Oh shit!
God.
This fool was a 1-man crew. He had 3 little.
I remember King Griffey. They used to call him Kid Dynamite, you know. And then I don't know where I came with the killer from, but I used to write like Quake, Tragic, Me Too, a bunch of, and then I found
Me
Venom.
Too.
It was Venom, and then I found it off of like a car. Some type of car was called Viper Venom, and I used to write that, and then I shortened it down to Ven. And then later on, same thing. Got a badge number off of like a Mustang and added the 357 because I was getting some hate around the country and the world from writing Ven.
Right.
Damn, international hate.
I didn't know nobody had that shit until you find out there's people
Fool,
in
honestly,
Europe,
that name shit, fool. I got a little bit of something to say about that because when I met my friends that helped me change my name to Rove, to me at that time my painting style was I wanted everything symmetrical. So then like when I found a name that was like Rover, it made sense. I was like, cool, R at the beginning, R at the end. I could flip them, I could do whatever and like make it symmetrical, you know. But then my homies told me, oh, that's dope, Rove. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even think of it because I was too busy thinking of like RR, you know, like symmetrical. And I was like, Rove, yeah, that's right. And then I wrote it for years, dude. Like this is before the fucking internet where you could go and like, I'm gonna pull up the internet and Google the name Rove.
Right.
No, I was like, I thought like it looked cool, sounded cool, so I'm gonna write it. And then the internet came about, and then I started seeing because I've been here in Colorado.
You know, there's like probably at least 20 of each name.
Yeah, well, so that
No
well,
doubt.
the point that I was getting to is that, like that's why I changed the spelling of my name. And I don't know if people know. Does that pronounce R-O-W-F? Maybe. To me it did,
right.
You know, but like you gotta change the names. That's why I added the letters and brought it. Actually, it's because of my boy Motive. Is that, you know, he started with a number name. And I was like, yeah, it seemed cool. I was like, yeah, let's do that. We're bringing fucking a little bit of LA to Denver, you know?
Well, real quick, one thing for all the up-and-coming graffiti writers is you gotta stick out.
Yeah.
And when you came here, like you said, you're the only one with a number name.
Right.
You know? I remember, like, I can't remember the name, but the homie from Miami had, like, a little phrase. You know what I mean?
A phrase?
What was, you know, the cat from Miami?
Nah, I don't.
Cool Life or fucking some shit like that. And he was out here for a little bit. He was
Nah, I don't know.
homies with the homies Crims up back there. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That was his name, Cool Life.
It was something. I'm probably getting it wrong, bro, but it was something like that. Like
Remember, like Cool Disco Dan from.
oh yeah,
DC?
fool.
I love that name, Cool Disco Dan.
Cool disco damn, boom 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 boom.
You know what I mean? Like, but
what do you think of some of these cats that are writing like real popular names? Like I seen a Cope in Town. You know what I mean? And I
Oh
seen,
yeah, yeah.
you know, there was an old Coke that wrote for MHK way back in the day too. And you know, like he didn't have. How did he know about Coke in New York? You know what I mean? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
but you know, nowadays you have the internet. Like,
Yeah, I think nowadays, fool, if you're writing a name that at the very least a popular known writer is writing, then just don't write at all. Don't write nothing. Cause like you have
research.
Google, fool. Like there's no reason.
Not even that. Like you're regardless of the name that you're gonna pick, you're always gonna find somebody else that has it.
Yeah, but like
You know what I
I'm
mean?
saying,
you can't be the fucking person
Well, I
that
mean-
has that only name.
well, I mean like the name Cope.
No, I know, but all you gotta do is do better. Do better than that other cat. Fuck it.
Or change your spelling.
Yeah,
like me.
run,
Yeah.
get it and run with it.
Yeah.
So I changed it. I think it
The
actually
world is
worked out
big.
better for. I think it's dope. You know, like who has that? And then you add three numbers in a letter. And
well, that's why I added the number to my name.
Bro, you gotta be super creative.
I added the 357
Yeah.
in my name. And after I did that, find out there's a crew in New York called 357.
oh, for
And
real?
those who start hitting me up like, "Hey, you in 357?"
What?
I'm like, "Nah, it's just the number of my name," but they're cool about it.
I remember Oaktown
yeah.
357, fool. Get loose.
Yeah. I painted this MMA gym one time, and this big old black dude was all afraid to talk to me because my homie he asked what 357 meant, and he said it was because it's what I pack.
357.
You know, he wanted to talk to me all night, and
Nah, that-
he's like, "Nah, that's his number to his name."
Funny.
I don't know, shit like that. Just trip
Yeah.
people out.
And how'd you kind of get your name, Motive?
Damn, so it's a funny story. So back in high school, you know how you have the automotive books.
Uh-huh.
So we used to beef with a crew called AUT, right? So it's AUTC. So what they would do is they would black out like a part of the O on the auto, so it'd be like AUTC on the automotive books, right?
Gotcha.
So what I did, I would just go in there and fucking cross everybody out. Just fuck AUTC, fuck all you fools. You know? So then all that was left was Motive on the book, you know. So everybody was like, "Oh, Motive got these fools." So I don't know. It's a funny story, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, was that
Basically that's what it was.
Was that your first name?
Yeah, but, so it was Motion at first, and then once I did it to all the books, I was like, nah, you switch it over to Motive.
So you got two names.
I was in 8th grade, bro. Like I was a kid, you know.
Right, so you just going with it, huh?
Yeah, but it's been.
Where'd you get 215 from?
So I used to write 21er, but you know everybody in Cali has a number,
Yeah.
and one of the older homies he was already a 21er, so we kind of had a little battle about it. He's like, you know what, young cat, just add a 5 to it, cause that's what we used to do. Like all the upcoming writers, just add a 5 to it. So that's how it was. Like all these 89ers, to fucking 21ers, 30ers, whatever, they would just add a 5 to it. So a lot of us ended up like 215ers, 305ers, you know.
Hell yeah.
So that's how I ended up with 215er.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man, we're going to take a little break. So I know motherfuckers going to use the bathroom, get something to drink.
Yeah.
So y'all sit tight. Y'all get some refreshments, too. Roll you a blunt up or something. We're going to be right back. All right?
Let's
All
go.
right. And we're back. It's your boy Joe Thunder, Smoking Joe Thunder podcast. We're back with TCA Crew.
We just got
That's
back
right.
from a beer run.
Yeah, beer run.
Yeah.
And that's what we're about to touch on right now, man. We got to know how TCA started, bro, where it came from and how it originated. Who wants to take this one? Is that going to be you?
Yeah, I think
I'll
it's
take
from
it.
Motive.
Motive is
take it.
Motive. Let's go.
Let's go.
So basically, bro, like we're in middle school.
And real quick, you brought it from LA, right?
Yeah,
Out
I
here?
brought it from
Okay.
LA. So I brought the chapter to Denver,
That's dope.
but I was brought into it by my older brother, Frog.
Shout out to Frog. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, shout out.
He's not on colors, right? It's not that frog.
No.
No, but he still does look like a frog,
Yeah.
though. He still
Stop
does.
Shout out.
That's my boy.
Yeah, big homie
Yeah, no,
right
that's
there.
our brother, dog.
No, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, that's my older brother.
So they kind of
But-
started it, right?
Yeah, so they started. So basically, his older homie started it, and he started a bunch of chapters around LA. You know, he started chapters in like West LA, La Puente, Whittier, Montebello, Pico Rivera. What?
No, you're good. You're good.
Uh,
He's just saying,
Yeah.
talking to the mic.
yeah, so basically,
There you
they
go.
started a bunch of chapters. I was the second generation to this, you know.
Well, they jumped you out of your other crew to put you
Yeah,
in TCA.
yeah, yeah.
What?
Fortunately, I used to be from LRS.
What was that? What were you from?
LRS.
LOS. Damn. But
Bro,
you know,
I was like in second grade. I was in seventh grade.
no, but props to that no one knows that you actually get jumped into graffiti crews in LA.
Oh yeah. So
And
I
you
mean
get
that's
Well,
the big
you
thing.
got jumped out.
Yeah,
They
when
jumped
you're from Cali, dog, if you're trying to get into a crew,
This fool got a double beating.
you're gonna get your ass beat.
Also,
So-
though,
Hold on, real quick. Talk about this. So to get out of the first one, you had to get jumped out, and then you got jumped into the new one.
Yeah.
Same day.
Fortunately, my brother was kind of associated
they
with both.
whoop your ass.
So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna beat your ass out of that one, and then kick your ass into this one. So
That was just your brother you had to fight,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
you had to fight a bunch of fools.
no, it was a bunch of them. It
Okay.
was like a whole crew versus a whole crew. You know?
damn.
So it's like we're gonna jump you out of LRS and then jump you into TCA.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, fool,
It's
that's how
part
it
of
was.
too. And it's like-
You know, something that I want to ask Motive. If you, you know, when you get rushed in,
Yeah.
you ever heard of anyone?
Is that the
ever-
line?
When you ever get rushed in
Never heard it.
to a neighborhood?
To what?
Was like when you live long enough and you're a resident, you know a lot of. In LA, fool, the gangs are like,
You're like affiliated.
yeah, you're like a resident. So then, you may not ever get told, and it just might happen, and
Yeah,
then
it's
you
like-
get
it's-
rushed. You get fucking beat up. One day, all the fucking local fools go and beat your ass, and then like, hey, guess what, fool? You're such and such street now.
Like it
You're
doesn't
down, so
happen.
they
It doesn't
don't
happen
give you
to
a choice.
No,
it doesn't
fool, you
happen
get
to where
rushed
like,
in.
Hey, you want to be part of my gang?
No,
It's kinda
fool.
close.
Well, the crew kind of grew up on a block.
It's like, hey, your little brother's.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You always
He
gotta
grew up
be.
here, like-
in LA, fool is like if you're Motive, his little brother is Little Motive. If you're Joe Thunder, your little brother's Little Joe Thunder.
No joke.
Or
But the
Lil Joe.
worst part of it is,
And
if you're
they
from
just-
LA and you're not from a hood, like all these neighborhoods, you know, it's like
Everyone-
block by block.
I'm gonna tell you this shit right now.
If you're a tiger
Everyone,
dog, you're gonna get
everyone's
beat the fuck up.
affiliated to something. If you grew up in LA, fool, you have an affiliation in some way. I've done things with people from a certain gang. I'm sure he has, and that's how it is. Are you in a gang or you're not? Or you're an affiliate?
Well, that's why when you go to jail out there, you don't tell them you're a tagger and they end up joining neighborhoods for fucking.
Hell no, fool. You
end
don't.
up joining a neighborhood for security.
You don't go to LA County and say I'm a tagger, fool. That's
The worst thing you could say is I'm a graffiti writer.
That's
In jail, right?
that's a good way to not sleep.
Out here in Denver, they'll ask you to draw their pictures for their wives.
Yeah.
And shit.
Well, I don't know.
You know
I
how
don't
to draw
know.
flowers?
I don't know. I don't know how
So
it
you get
goes.
the commissary here.
I don't know how it goes in
County.
Denver, but in LA, fool, a tagger is like dirt. In county, at least. Penitentiary, I'm sure we're fucking
Even
like
worse.
beneath dirt.
Even worse.
You know, so that's why you get rushed in, because the rule in LA is how I got told was like from older fools from that gang. They were like, "How's it gonna look, fool?" Because we were friends. Like I knew all them. We all went to school together and everything. They were the YGs and the gang and all that. But the older fools came up to me and they were like, "All right, we understand. You know what you do. You write on shit. We get it. I get it. But how's it gonna look when our enemies come to our neighborhood and they see your name more than they see our gang shit, claiming our territory and shit like that, you know?"
Right.
So that's the best way that it was ever explained to me, is that like, look, fool, I understand, because we were friends. I was friends with this gang, and they were like, look, fool, it's not gonna look right if all they see is your name all over the place more than they see the gang, which is their territory.
And normally they would.
Well,
Well,
you told me stories about trying to hit a spot, and next you know, you look up and they're all on the rooftop, fucking watching their spots.
Wow,
and letting that shit happen.
I've heard fucking horror stories.
No, like I said, the big homie right there comes. Like I guarantee there's someone watching this
yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
waiting for a motherfucker to go up there and cross some out, and they will snipe your ass.
Yeah, that's what they do. For they shoot from a distance, fool. They can't read, but they'll shoot your ass
So
from
they
like
were-
fucking
they were-
300 yards away.
I'll even say this. I ain't gonna say who it is, but there were even some cats in town that had a little tag banger graffiti crew where, like, you don't fucking fuck with their shit because they got fools spotting that
See.
shit and they'll fucking cap at your ass if you try.
Yeah, look,
you know
and
what I'm
then-
kind of talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah.
right?
All right,
Like,
fool. If you want to start talking about tag banging, me and Motive can talk about that shit all night long. That shit is fucking. He lived it. I lived it. It's like. That's why when I moved here to Colorado, I was like, "There's white people that write graffiti," and I don't mean that in like some like weird like racist way or
Right.
any kind of way. It's just that's how I grew up. Everyone's Mexican. Everyone fucking writes on shit,
Right.
and everyone gangbangs, and that's life. But then when I moved here and I started seeing, like how I said, the actual graffiti, when I moved here, that's why I'm so thankful that I'm here. And I saw that, like, that's a different form of graffiti, like where I don't have to fucking shoot somebody in the head, like on some like
you have to
tag
worry
bang.
about. You know what? The big homie said that shit perfectly. He's like,
What's
in
that?
Denver, you could pull out the radio, you could pull out the
You
grill,
chill.
you could barbecue.
Kick
Yeah,
at the spot.
fool.
Yeah.
LA,
Yeah.
you can't do
No,
that
fool.
shit.
No, you
They
gotta
hit
know
the
where you're at.
location, They're there in 10, 15 minutes shooting it up.
Yeah, you gotta know where you're at, fool.
And I remember, like I said, we were painting in the hood. These fools
Yeah.
were painting on a Hoover, full some lowrider shop.
Oh, no
and we were
mames.
there till 2, 3 in the morning. We had people on the roof with
Damn.
the ARs, bro.
Yeah.
And we had like,
Foot.
don't be dropping no location, like you know what I mean?
No, turn your
Like
phone off.
exactly, and like
Yeah,
fucking, it
fool.
was like real shit, bro. I'm
Times
like,
is different now, right?
yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I've heard of people told, you know, every time I went out there, people were like, oh, you could go paint this spot, but you got to be out by like noon because then the gangs come and start fucking trying to tax you or sweat you. Like that one time we painted in Koreatown, the dude that gave us the wall, he's like, the gangs are going to come, just tell me you know me. Like, hopefully
You always gotta know
hopefully-
someone.
Hopefully they
Yeah,
leave
you
you
got
alone.
to check that.
That's crazy. You said you got a wall in Koreatown because I hear they are the ones that will fucking
Oh, yeah.
anti.
Oh, yeah, you
They'll
got-
whoop
you got-
your ass.
you got-
Koreatown?
The homie,
Chinatown, all that shit,
the
bro.
homie SB,
What?
he fucking has like the most walls out there, like all these alleys and spots. Kind of works with the community a lot, knows all the local gangs. So when I hit him up to go out there, he's like, let us know what was happening and told us what to do. Say his name, that hopefully they leave us alone and shit. But like, yeah, it was pretty wild.
Hell yeah. Have you ever been like to Cali or been any other place bombing?
I haven't, bro. No,
Nah.
not really.
So you need to get out there, man. Especially
Yeah,
now,
for sure.
like with COVID, because like shit's like way different. Like one thing with Cali too, man, is I've never seen like I don't want to say press, but everyone gets pressed. Like, who are
Well,
you? Where you? What
you
you
know-
write? Where you from? I seen this fool that was like, these fools are catching a spot. I'm looking out for him.
Mm-hmm.
I see this fool. He looks all fucked up. He's catching tags. He's literally like a block away. I'm like, oh, these fools ain't gonna fuck with him. Nah, these fools walks another whole block, chased him down. Who the fuck are you? What you
Hey,
write? Duh,
hey.
duh.
Yeah.
And they don't care. You tell me whatever you want. They don't care.
What's it like? Fool, what's it like? Like, because this fool's one of the most active fools in TCA. That's why I wanted to bring him. And he's relatively new. I'm relatively new. Even though, I'm not going to lie, we probably got the fucking same amount of time in the crew, but
Nah.
I
What's
just
like your specialty? Like, do you like to catch tags? You like throwies? You know what I mean?
Honestly, bro, I like it all. But if I had to say like something that I'm more drawn to, throwies and tags, bro. That's my shit.
he does them well.
Does he?
Very well.
You gotta do a throw in the book, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got
I
you,
think
bro.
he did, yeah. I'm
Did he?
about to say.
Come on.
I caught a tag, but I'll throw.
Yeah, there's like
Put
His
a throw
tags
in
are
there.
dope,
gang
fool,
of throwies
honestly.
in there, man. You know what I'm saying? But shit, man. But what else about you, man? Like, how long you been doing graffiti? Are you kind of new to the game, or?
Honestly, bro, like graffiti's always been something like in my life. Just living in the neighborhood, seeing it all my life. But
Where's some of the first cats you were seeing?
shit. Like I was telling you earlier, man. Like the area I grew up in over there off of Federal and like, say in between like 17th and 10th, there was the hamburger stand, and SWS had like a production right on the side of like an automobile
I know
shop.
what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Like it was like the Bronco
Yeah.
shit right by the river.
Yeah, like right there, bro. And that was like the first piece, like production I've ever seen, like of graffiti. So that caught my eye, you know, and ever since then I've just been drawn to it, been in love with it. So
When you see those murals like that as a kid, that shit's just so. I
Yeah.
want to do that. That's why I was looking in the back of the Source magazine. You know, I used to copy those things. Like,
yeah,
I always wanted to be that guy. Like, I want to be a dope piece. I want to be able to do that shit. Like,
yeah, and same here. Like, it's just always been something that's been in my life, you know. So
Do you piece as well?
yeah, I actually did like one of my first pieces. I say barely even a couple years ago,
That's dope.
like 2 or 3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shit.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
And you know what?
try to bring everybody up. You know, like
Yeah.
whoever's part of the team.
I'm super proud of fucking Soap, man.
Yeah.
I'm super proud.
You want to continue with
Shit, I appreciate it, bro.
So real quick, yeah, let's talk back about how kind of you brought TCA here and how it kind of started in LA. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, my older brother Frog, he was like the main head out there. Frog, Serve, Chaos, Cause. They're like running the show out there, you know. But I mean, we're talking about kids, you know. We're fucking like 8th graders. They were 8th graders.
How was like the gang scene at that time? Was it kind of was it
Ooh.
was it the prime, right?
Ooh, wee.
Straight politics. Yeah,
Boy, that shit was.
exactly how it is now. Straight
Like, from-
politics, you know.
You're talking about like.
Yeah, but so me and my brother Frog are like half brothers. So my family from my mom's side moved out to Denver. So a lot of my family moved up from Chihuahua, moved out here. So my mom was like, yeah, so I'm gonna kick it out there, you know. So I moved out here. I came out here to visit for a summer. I went back to LA, came back, visited for another summer.
This is probably like a playground for you out
Oh,
here,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
You're
yeah.
like,
Oh,
man, I can get away
100%.
with fucking.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, honestly,
all the homies wanted to come out here and fucking.
yeah.
for it was like a
I came out here
playground.
and I was like, bro, because if you're in LA, dog, like
Everything's
LA
burnt.
is so massive.
Everything's burnt.
It's like you could go out there nightly, put in work, you could be a nobody. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? I came
Very
out here
easy.
and I was bombing
Instant.
every night, doing Edge. That's when Edge was
Oh,
like,
the Edge!
prime.
Oh my God!
You know
For
what
the
I'm saying?
early 2000s with the Edge in
Yeah,
Denver,
yeah,
was
2001
stupid.
was like
It was
prime time
stupid.
with the Edge.
And
So-
explain to them what that is real quick, because they might not know. I know
So
what it is.
Edge was like Edge bath.
Right.
So basically, it's like a chemical. You basically put into a bottle. You hit the window with it, and it burns into the window.
Right.
Right. So it's not. It ain't nothing that you could buff.
Real quick,
Right?
don't do that shit to mom
It's
and
forever
pops.
and forever.
Yeah, don't do
No,
that.
hell
Don't do-
no,
don't do
fool.
that shit
Yeah,
to
don't
mom
Hey,
and
look.
pops.
Hey, can we talk about graffiti rules? I don't think a lot of people know 'em.
We will after this.
Oh, all right. Sorry.
Yeah. So basically, I came out here. Me and my boy Viral, we linked up. I started at Manual High School.
Did you know the homie Elvis?
Who?
Elvis?
Elvis?
Yeah.
I didn't.
'Cause he went to Manual too.
He went to Manual too?
Kind of talks about the same thing,
I
the
don't
same
think
time.
he
Bro,
lasted that long.
Manual was like the biggest culture shock. Cause I came from LA, dog. Like it's all Mexicans.
Right.
Like we had a couple black people in our school, but I came here and it was like everything was still segregated. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like the first floor was like Mexicans, the first floor was all black, and it was like, you know,
They didn't intertwine
yeah.
or intercommunicate.
Intertwine, yeah. And I was like, damn, like, that's fucking crazy.
Hey, since we have a little break here, so I'm texting with my wife right now, and I just texted her a picture, a little POV of what we're doing right now, and it was of you, Joe, because you're my POV, and she said Joe Thunder is pretty too, and she said winky face,
Making him blush, bro.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say.
and then she said, "Tell him I say hey there," in quotes. She said, "Tell him I say hey there, hey."
Hey. Shit.
Winky face.
Tara said, ¿Cómo está? Muy bien.
¿Cómo estás?
Buenas noches.
Buenos nachos.
Buenas noches. I'm gonna tell her Joe is blushing
Yeah,
right
but
now.
shit, let me keep going. So
Oh,
I
sorry,
basically, so we started that whole chapter, and throughout the fucking lifespan of that, I met some badass motherfuckers like Ben.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, bro. Like me, like
Well,
we used
hell of a
to,
toilet you put me
we
down.
used to be like some stupid dumb motherfuckers that used to like dumpsters on fire, and like this
wilding
would,
out.
this would be like at his crib, like just drawing and piecing and like put like, you know what I'm saying? Like this was like a legit fucking piecer, and I was like, damn, like.
I can see Vince putting in a gang of work,
Yeah,
just
bro,
trying to
like,
perfect it,
We
bro.
used to go out and do stupid
know what?
shit, and this would be like, nah, I'm cool. You fools go ahead. I'm gonna
This
kick
used to
back
pick
and-
me up at my job and drag me to the east side and make me
Yes.
fucking walk for hours.
This was like, nah, I'm gonna post this piece right here on this book right here real quick.
Like, hey, yo, go check out if I have a flat tire, and then
I told
just
you, man. I just wanted to be
skeets
like
off.
I love all parts of
But,
graph,
but,
but, like,
it shows
I
like
wanted
why
to be
he's like.
I wanted to be
if
that
you look
guy.
at little structures in Denver, like, come on, dog. Like this.
Oh
was
yeah,
really
see
stupid.
that is I'm inspired a lot by my own crew members for, and like I know that sounds corny, because it's like, oh yeah, I have to get inspired by them, but like no, honestly, for every single one of them, they do something that I can't do, something that I always when I see their shit, I'm like, damn.
Well, that's what a crew's supposed to be about, is
Yeah.
to teach you and
Yeah,
learn and
yeah,
build
yeah.
you,
Yeah.
bro.
I'm inspired by my crew, first and foremost.
We all learn from each other.
We've turned it all
Yeah.
into more of a family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we make decisions together. It's not just one person's bigger. We all push each other. We all try to get a wall. We all try to get on it. We're always in, constant talking. We're always just always
Planning
picking
and
up. And
getting shit.
there's people that want to get in the crew, which is kind of weird to me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like we're,
Yeah,
I don't feel like
that's
we're
a
like
weird
big like
concept,
TKO
yeah.
where everybody wants to get
It's
in.
odd.
Right.
Fools
Like,
do
when
be asking.
people acknowledge us and want to join with us.
Have
And
you guys put any new cats down, or any
we got
any
we
cats?
got
Yeah,
a
we
couple
have.
upcomers
Yeah.
and stuff, and
The newest cats is like Too Sick.
Smack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Smack.
like
Me.
it's all
Big shout outs to
get-
Too Sick. That motherfucker, that's my homie right there.
we
Yeah,
all
food
get
gets down.
together And we have
Yeah.
barbecues, fucking like a kickball game last time.
Oh,
fucking got
shit.
wild.
Oh, for the
And,
kickball game,
We
fool?
function as a family.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We do the family thing.
Yeah, you know
Because,
what, fool?
yeah,
Like,
whenever
honestly-
one of our kids has a birthday
No,
party or whatever, like
Even
we all pull up.
look when we kick it for, like, no one even brings no graffiti, ain't no nothing. We're just all gonna go hang out.
To chill.
It's
Yeah.
not even like, oh, I gotta go take my black book. It's I'm gonna go see my
It's
friends or
like, yeah,
whatever.
more
It's
of a
like it's
family
not.
thing, yeah.
It's like a family barbecue
It's
or get
first.
together.
I've never felt like it was like, oh, it's gonna be graffiti. It's like we gotta go have like a
A
graffiti.
graffiti meeting.
You're like,
so-
Yeah, or
Yeah,
some
Yeah,
shit.
meeting.
I
No.
remember one of the homies saying that, like, why do we always gotta talk? We shouldn't have to talk about graph all the time. Like we could.
I agree.
We're all grown up now. We all have lives, kids, etc. Like sometimes graph is the last thing on my mind, especially lately. I just lost my grandma, so I didn't even think about graffiti.
I'm sorry
Rest
to
in
hear
peace.
that,
Yeah,
bro.
rest in
But
peace.
You know what I mean? Like we all got other stuff going on. Like
Especially now, because we're all older, man.
yeah,
you know?
So
Yeah,
it's like we get to do it. Well, we show out and we do it. We all come together.
That's what it is. Like we put the F on 2CA. We're 2CAF because we're a family, Like we're
Yeah.
all so involved in our own fucking lives.
Yeah, like how I
At
said,
the end of
dude.
the
Like I've
fucking
known
day,
these
it's
fools.
like, we
I knew
need-
these
we need
fools
that little
10
time
years.
to go paint. To
10
come
years, fool.
together.
Before I started repping TCA. 10 years. And then even when I was asked, like, hey, do you wanna be down for it? Like, you've been around, we've been doing it. When I got asked,
to track your ass down.
I was
for
like-
years.
I was like, it was still like a surprise to me because I was like, really, because really graffiti was always in the back of my mind when I was hanging out with these dudes. Like it's just, yeah, I met you through graffiti, but graffiti was never what kept us together. It was fucking 10 years for fucking
Even longer than that.
tomfoolery.
You're early
15
2000s.
probably. For fuck, I met him when I was like, I was like 15.
I met you, Shu, Heiser, Dan.
Yeah.
We were in high school.
Fucking,
Yeah,
Musk, all those who's way
Yeah.
back in the day, like,
I met Shu and Heiser when I was 15. That was fucking those were the days. And it was funny for the way that I met Heiser is we went to the same high school separately. Like I went first, and I got kicked out, and then I would still go cruise at lunchtime and go fucking chill in the parking lot and whatnot. And then I got told one day, they were like, "Hey, there's this fool that moved here from LA, just like you." And I was like, "Oh yeah," and they're like, "He writes graffiti," and I was like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, his name is something. Like I forget what the fuck they call him. They call him some stupid shit. I don't even know." And one day, I fucking went, and I was like, "I'm gonna go meet this fool."
Are you talking about me? Are you calling
Ain't
me
it-
stupid shit?
No, Heiser.
Mm.
So
No, Heiser's the
I
boy
still
that you
remember
want
I was driving in front of the street of the high school, and somehow he came out or something. I don't know if it was a ranger, what the fuck, and this fool comes out, and I was like, "Hey, what's your name?" He's like, "I write such and such," and I was like, "Oh, I write such and such," and he's like, "Let's kick it." And it's before cell phones and all that shit, you know.
Right,
So
and he
like,
write High C, and then he changed it to Heiser back in the day.
yeah, he did actually
we
used to
all
write high C.
L4WO with him back in the day.
Yeah, big fucking shout outs to L4W. Them fools are fucking.
So you remember the fucking
Crazy.
the missions in the fucking CR? What is it? Remember his?
A little hatchback that he
Yeah,
had
little
on the
hatchback.
hatchback.
Fuck, I got
Yeah,
hella
yeah.
stories.
It's like a Cali car right there, fool.
Yeah.
It is, fool. It really
that
is.
and, like,
Especially at Heiser's
Bro, we
driving,
had
man.
mad
He's dipping out.
Fool.
There's something about Vans, like
Yeah.
the kind like
Nice.
Spicoli would wear, like the surfers would wear. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
checkerboard Vans with Heiser.
That was a trip.
But not my history here in Colorado is with them too, you know, and I know literally, and I want this to be on record, and I want everyone to know that I know anything about graffiti, and I only get inspiration, tutelage from Shu, TKO, L4W, whatever fucking crew he is, but it's from Shu. This fool has been my OG. He's fucking shown me how to hold a can right. He showed me everything, fool. He showed me everything. We don't have a big age difference, but like, he always felt like wiser beyond his years, you know what I mean? And like,
I used to tell him he was so dope back in the day when I met him. Like he had
Oh.
the whole old SK balls just murdered.
he's
He'd
a
go down
born
there and follow
artist.
Him. I was like, bro, we
Born
me and him
artist.
still sometimes talk about like some of his old pictures. I'll send him and he'd be like, "Oh, that's whack." I'm like, "Fool, that shit blew my mind back in the day." I'm still
Yeah,
playing-
'cause
I'm
it
still playing
was.
catch up. You know what I mean?
Because it was, fool. Back then, he was doing fucking shit that, like, it was, he's always been a couple steps above, like, what's the norm, where it's like, this is graffiti. This is current graffiti in 2023. This nigga's always on, like, a
raising the
fucking,
bar, bro.
yeah,
Don't
he
you think
is,
sometimes,
fool.
like, we're like we come in as like a class. Like I feel like when I met you, like we're all at like remember like how the stores always had like that class cover like.
Oh, yeah,
me,
Shu's
you,
been,
Shu, Dan's like we all came
Nah,
into
Shu-
class and fucking he's that fucking star running back. Shu is like he's
Yeah, he
Terrell
was.
Davis,
She
you know
was-
what I mean, like and
He was at Terrell Davis back then, fool. I remember them days.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, the shit he does, man, blows my.
And I'm so proud of him and Heiser, for both of them. They've shown me so much. I have hella respect for both of them. They helped me in every way. Like, I learned graffiti from them. You know what I mean? And
No, they're
like,
dope teachers. They, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Heiser's kind of like one of the first people I ever went bombing with,
Oh, yeah?
and he looked straight like a LA gangster. Like you know, it was
But-
funny, like the way he was
Oh,
dressed.
I know. But how'd the experience go?
I don't even remember, bro.
He probably
Oh,
does so
that's
many of
good.
them,
So
bro.
that means that's good.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you're gonna go bomb with Heiser, for you better pack a lunch.
Not for
Because
sure.
it's gonna be fun.
Shit, I've been with him and Shoot back in the day. They were
Yeah.
we hit like 5-6
Well, that's
spots
when I
in one
met you.
night. You know what
Exactly, fool. And were any of them planned?
I mean? Nah, and the last
Exactly.
spot we did was the first one that got buffed and the only one that got buffed.
Exactly, fool. Oh, damn. Exactly.
Right there by the old furniture row. That was the last shit we hit. Like almost like 5 in the
On
morning.
what is it,
And was
I-70?
buffed- Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And it was
damn.
buffed by 6, but everything else
By
ran.
6? Did
everything
you get
else
flicks?
ran- No,
Don't you hate that?
not even that. Like at all.
Just the memory of it.
See,
Yeah.
that's
We got a
that's
little
why I
video.
think
You know what I mean?
That's why I think that nowadays, food, this shit's dope. You know, like you could take a picture of your shit and that shit will last forever. Even though it gets buffed in 3 hours, 4 hours or something.
Until the Matrix crashes.
And
then
then
we-
card copies they get in those shoe boxes. Like,
Exactly.
That's my favorite.
Nah, for sure. Hey, you guys have any? I know you guys have a crazy chase story, man. Who wants to start on this one?
Anyone?
Not.
Chase story?
Chase story,
Chase?
gangbanger story. You know what I mean? Any just kind of.
So
I
Does
got,
anyone
I got like a
start?
gangbanger story.
Oh, shit.
Whoever wants to go
I
first.
know this guy has
And
it.
if y'all got a couple, feel free to tell a
I
couple.
don't know. I have one where this old dude put a gun fucking back to my head. Fucking over out the Black
Explain
River.
what-
Yeah, what the fuck, fool?
It's
It's like, oh, yo, so one day I woke up.
building, and like there was a roll off. We're going to go hit a spot by the river.
Right there by the Coliseum or what?
Nah, down south over by Alameda area.
Okay.
And we're just, fucking around. I'm taking a piss. He's riding on the next one here. Fucking, you motherfuckers, I'm tired of you motherfuckers. I'm like, well, and I turn around, this guy has a big ass fucking dirty hairy fucking gun. And
Right
he's
to your
like,
dough.
yeah, and he's like, I'm like, bro, we're leaving. He's like, lay down. I'm like, I ain't laying down.
Right.
And I was thinking about hitting him, but he had the gun too close to our heads, and I was like,
Damn.
bro, we're leaving. He's like, lay down, and I walk between him and the homie with the gun, and he's like, I got the safety off. I'm like,
Damn, fool.
and bro, we're gone. Like I've had other guns pulled on me, but not fucking 4 inches to the back of your head. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
You ever seen any kind of crazy club shit go down in the
Oh,
club?
yeah,
I
man.
know, like,
Hey, fool.
me, drop a couple names. Me and a couple of Azer fucking ends. A few of us, man, we used to be 86 out of half of downtown.
for real?
Yeah,
It was
versus. Go.
where we getting kicked out of tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys are
Nah,
you know those guys that went on a mission to get
Look,
get a fighter,
look,
get
You remember,
kicked
So-
do you remember going to sports column and it used to be like a couple dollars to get in?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were
And
cool,
after
fool.
that, no, after that, because we got in a big old brawl up there.
Oh, was that
We
you?
got the bouncer that looked like Illy Manili, and the homies dragged him across the dance floor.
Fool, they.
Booting him. Next thing you know, we went back next week. It was $20 to get in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey, fool. Hey, to build on top of that, was that you, fool? They wouldn't let me in, fool, because they said my fucking sleeves were too short on my long sleeve button up. I swear to God, fool, that's what they told me. They said my sleeves are too short.
I remember that one that people went for all kinds of reasons. Tattoos.
man.
But before
face
that, though,
tattoos.
but
Yeah,
before
yeah.
that, no,
Did you
before
walk
that, I
in
used to
and
go
live
to
on
that
Remember
sport,
you had,
that
like,
place. I
fun
don't even
with
want to
that
say the
shirt, you
name.
had a chest tattoo.
I didn't want to say the name. When I used to go there, it was no nothing, no chains or nothing. Never give a fuck for.
Nah, I
So it
seen-
was not that long ago. And then I went like literally a summer after that, and I went. I was like, I'm gonna get nice, and I cleaned myself up, got myself a haircut, ironed up my button-up shirt. I have fucking ironed up Levi's, 501s, hella crisp. And I went in for they wouldn't let me in.
Got him out there, 501s.
Yeah, they would have
I got
But
one.
anyway, for they wouldn't fucking let me in.
Where are you talking? Where are you talking about again?
Is it Sports Center, Sports Column, something
Are you
like that?
talking about the one downtown or the one on 36?
I'm talking about the
by
one
the-
downtown.
See, because now the one on 36 by Great Scots, I lived across the street from that motherfucker, and they would never let me in. Like they were like, "You got tennis shoes."
Well,
on."
that's because they
I'm
knew
like,
you
"All
too
right."
much.
So I go back,
They knew you
change.
too well.
You're wearing a shirt. Then I'd go do 3 or 5. And finally, I was like, "Fuck these motherfuckers!" Man.
Was this all in one night?
Couple nights?
Fool, I did it, fool. I did it. I went and I tried. I was like, I'm trying to go and have a fucking drinking night with my friends. And they wouldn't let me in, fool. I guess my button up was, the sleeves were too short. That's literally what he said, fool. My shit's too short.
What about you? Any kind of crazy graffiti stories? Any crazy shit?
Nothing crazy. But I just want to share a story that I think people that are younger beginners and stuff, and I mean younger, like under 18, like younger people that are interested in graffiti, just listen.
We're gonna give a lesson right now.
No, I'm just saying, it's not a bad choice.
Listen up,
But-
young boy.
Hey, Joe, you ever been on his drunk phone calls where he talks to you for 2 hours and tells you to listen?
I don't think so.
This was lying.
I didn't say.
I never left him a 2-hour voicemail, bitch. It was 3 hours.
Damn.
He'll call me and the whole time he's cussing me out, but he's telling me, and gives me good compliments, but in the meanest way.
I can see that.
I don't even know what to say to that. Besides, yes, I do.
I take it. I love
Right.
it.
I love this food though. You know, it's my brother.
Let's go ahead and continue with your lesson.
Yeah. So no, it's not a lesson.
I already
It's
know
a
what it
story.
is. I
It's a
already
story.
know. I
Oh,
already
do
know.
you?
I think I do.
Well, let's see.
But go for it.
Stop me if you heard this one before. So me and I'm not gonna name names. Me and two dudes were gonna go fucking bomb and shit. So one dude shows up to my crib with the other dude riding shotty, pick me up, let's go bomb, let's go. And mind you, at the time I was about 15 or 16. So we at this time, me and these two fools were like, we were bombing a lot and stuff, and like it was just us three all the time. And the way that we did it was just that looks good, let's go do it. So we were just
There was the moment.
yeah, it was very fucking just boom, let's go do it. And it always used to work out, except this one time. This right here might tip you off. We were in either Thornton or North Glen. I don't remember. Thornton or North.
Same shit.
Same shit, right?
Don't send
Separated by a fence, I think.
Yeah.
But the driver is driving and he's like, "Oh, look, there's a dope spot." There were garage parkings for an apartment, but they were facing straight
highway, yeah.
on a very active area. And what I was used to at the time was like, all right, let's go. So we go. We get to the spot. There was a tall fence, but I swear that bitch, I don't even know how tall it was, fool, but at the top it had it's North Glen or Thornton, so it had very sharp point at the top. So it was like a
Right.
fresh fence. So and it was tall, fool. So we all three jumped. Yeah, it's one of them tall fences where you have to brace yourself and throw a leg over, and like brace yourself to
Yeah.
come down. It's not just jump in and go. So all three of us did it. We had to walk across this fucking dirt field and shit. So we finally get there and we're painting. We all do our shit. It was I don't know.
It's a long lesson.
Well, look. Okay, so we finish our shit. We walk across the shit, and then we all have to. There's three of us. We have to jump that fence. One jumps it, the other jumps it. I'm the last one because I was like, "Go, fool, go, go!" All right. So I start climbing up and shit. The street's empty, fool. We're literally across the street. Like that's where we're parked. So as soon as I get to the top and I swing my leg over, a cop is coming down that street. So I'm like, "Fool, what the fuck am I gonna do? No matter what direction I go, you know."
Yeah, it's done.
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna jump off, and I'm just gonna run, obviously, right? Mm-hmm. So I jump off. I'm running, and the two homies that already jumped were just across the street. So we all are running in the three different directions.
Real quick, was this on one of them's birthday?
I
Did
couldn't tell
someone
you.
get arrested on their birthday? Okay.
No, not on their birthday, but
Continue.
I did get arrested at that night. So the reason I got arrested is because we're all running three different directions.
Right.
Bro. I look over and I see friend one, and I'm like, okay, he
He needs
had
help.
a kid. He's got life. He's over 18. He's 19 or some shit. I look at homie too, and I'm like, damn, this was 20 or some shit. I don't
Doing
know.
math while you're running, dog. Think it.
Shit.
Well, no. What I'm thinking with the point is that when I said I was like, fool, I was like 16 at the time. So I was like, why am I running? So I stopped. I get tackled by the cop.
He literally tackled you?
They tackled me to the floor, fool. And friend one made it to the car, and he was just laying in the back seat, like hiding. You know?
I've done that.
Yeah. Have you?
He's like, ayúdame, güey. Ayúdame.
And it's like, no, güey, me están arrestando. No, and then so fucking friend one or the other one, he's just going. He's booking it. He's gone.
gone.
Yeah, so I was like, cool. They're all over 18. I'm 16. What are they gonna do to me, right?
Right.
And
Tackle you.
Oh, he tackled the
Like
shit
a
out
sack
of
of
me.
potatoes.
Oh, like a drunk sack of potatoes. It was like just wobbly sack of potatoes getting tackled by a very angry police officer, I
Made him
think.
run, bro.
So anyway, they fucking arrest me. They take me to Thornton, Northland, whatever fucking area I was at. They take me to the police station and shit. As I'm walking into the cell, after they fingerprint me and process me and all that shit, I'm walking into the cell and they go, "Hey yo," and they shout my name. Mm-hmm. And I was like, these fools are really stupid. I think I'm gonna turn around. So I just went inside, ignored it, and I was like, how'd they know there was 3 of us? How they picked my name and call me by that, you know? Like, that was weird. What do you think about that?
I'm high. I mean,
I know the story, but you lost me on that.
Did they call your graffiti name?
Yeah.
Because maybe
There was 3 of us.
They probably went back to the wall though, and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but why would they pick that? Like, why
Does
would
your
they
name
pick
begin with an R? Your real name? Well, there you go.
Exactly what I was thinking.
I've had the cops call me out of town, call me Ben 257, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
You're like so close.
See, he knows more about you than you. I was like, I didn't say shit.
So close.
Shit.
I had some folks
You're
trying
like,
to tell
what
me
the fuck?
I painted like 4 pieces, bro.
Hello.
Get that information.
Hello, Gorge Bush.
You know what I mean?
What was I gonna say?
So,
Yeah.
what resulted from that? Like, I want to know. Like,
You tell me.
Mine? Oh, mine?
yeah, fool. What the
Mine,
fuck?
we were out of town, and we went to go check out this wall that we were going to paint.
Hold on, we just jokes, bro. We just bro, keep fucking us up over here, bro.
Joking.
No, but this one we went to go check out this wall on the east side of town, out of town, and the homie I was with, and I got out, took a piss.
I would be like Suave real quick. I remember the first time I had a beer.
I remember my first beer.
You remember your first 40 ounce?
Yeah.
But yeah, I got back in the car. Next thing you know, the SWAT team found my shit.
What the fuck?
I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And fucking these fools are tripping out on us. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, we're gonna paint this wall. And they, of course, they searched my car, popped the trunk, fucking, you know, crates of paint. And these cops are bugging out on the time, you know. These are $7 cans. Look at this shit. Fucking. I'm like, why is the whole SWAT team fucking here?
For real.
And they pulled out fucking. They found a camera with all these pictures on it. They had a street sign in there that I was gonna paint. They called their graffiti detective down. He's like, here we go, right here. This sign got the little toy tag on it. He's like, we got him right here. We got him right here. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You look
He's
familiar.
like, you telling me this is coincidence that this shit's on this? You got this in your car and it's all over my town? I'm like, bro, I brought that shit from Denver. I got that shit for free. You tell me this shit's all over your town? You fucking lying. Well, anyways,
It's like, I recognize this.
somehow he fucking called me Ben 257. Fucking this whole rundown. Fucking he was sweating the other homie. While they call the cop. This girl cop shows up and she knows one of the homies. She's like, you used to go by so-and-so in high school, huh? And he's like, nah, like sweating the fuck out of him. And well, anyways, this guy has a fucking dumb parking ticket, so they arrest his ass.
Jeez. Pay
And-
tickets.
Yeah.
Was it a warrant?
But it
There's
was
always
just
a
wild to
warrant.
be like, you know, I'm talking like SWAT team, SWAT truck, SWAT van, fucking
Guns out?
20 cops. Fucking,
Guns
I'm
out
like,
and all
bro,
that
like,
shit?
I'm just out here
Doing
looking
some
at this wall we
graffiti.
hope to paint, and they're sweating us like, we see you here tomorrow, we arresting all you. Fucking like, bro, you guys are tripping.
Hey, fool, I've heard a story like that from a fucking cop here, and like according to how he said, District 2, Division 2, or something like that. Mm-hmm. Is that downtown Denver?
This is straight.
Yeah.
This
Yeah, that's where he said you
by the
don't fuck with District 2 or whatever. You like banged on me, fool, like a fucking gang
Like a
member.
gang member?
Yeah, fool, as he was like putting me in the back of his car, he's like, you don't fuck with District 2 or Division 2 or whatever the fuck. But yeah, you ever heard of police gangs?
Nah.
No? Oh, fool, look it up. It's fucking insane, fool.
Conspiracy?
Well, they're the biggest gang.
Yeah, biggest game in the
Conspiracy.
world.
No, it's not a conspiracy, fool. They're fucking stupid and they're all getting caught up in shit.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure, especially
they-
nowadays
yeah,
with technology.
You
bro.
know what?
ain't
You know.
clean either, man.
Hey,
They
you want to know what the name of one of those L.A. sheriff gangs is? The Reapers.
I can,
The way,
that shit.
but the way that you get into the gang, the police gang, you have to kill somebody.
I believe that.
That's
Training
crazy.
Day.
Amen.
Yeah, fool. Isn't that the
Training Day,
best
all-
fucking movie ever, fool?
Yeah.
Have
Training
you
Day,
ever experienced the LAPD?
No.
Okay, I thought maybe you have, but it's
I was
fucking.
told like here, like you kind of like if you get pulled over, you kind of find you a place to park and pull over. And I was told in LA, if you get pulled over, you pull over right.
Oh, for
yeah,
you
yeah.
stop,
Why you
stop right now.
Everything.
Like, what are you doing? Stop right now.
Have you ever been like busted by the cops, but somehow you're fucking done and they let your ass go?
Fuck no, fool! I always go to jail.
During
the fuck are you
COVID,
talking
like,
about?
I was with all the homies.
But
we
they
were
were
rolling.
like trying to pin it on you, like they had all the evidence.
During
They had to
COVID,
let you
fool,
go.
was it just anarchy during COVID or what?
It kind of was.
Well,
We were rolling like 10, 15 deep, bro, downtown LA doing this shit, and the cops just rolled up and like, just kind of gave us the wink. And
Did
have
they
a good
slow
night.
down? Give you the wink?
Yeah.
Not even wink. It's just like it's just kind of like a head nod where they're like, "Fuck," not a head nod.
here's
Tilt.
one.
Sorry.
We're hitting these trailers, and we hit one side of them, so I went to go on the other side, the face of the street. As a car went by, I couldn't tell what it was, so me and the homie ducked. Car goes by, we come back up, start hitting it. Car comes again, we duck. Fucking finally, I go run out. Next, fucking I go run. I see fucking lights turn on. The homies parked up the block. We all go running. I should have just stood in the yard where I was been cool.
Right.
We get 2 blocks away. Fucking Ghetto Bird is on us.
Schmeez.
Fucking, they surround us. Fucking, we're being dirtbags the whole night. Too. We fucking jacked.
Keeping it real.
We jacked the UPS truck. Fucking, it was
What?
The UPS truck
Okay, we're
for
gonna have to.
packages?
yeah.
Hey,
What
fool,
y'all
we're
get?
gonna have to talk after.
Candles and fucking
Is that-
baby clothes.
Baby, hey, fool,
That's the
hey,
funniest shit ever. The biggest
Baby clothes.
homie went in there and got the littlest box, and the little homie came out with fucking looking like the Grinch. Fucking,
That's
being dirtbags
fantastic.
That night. Like, we deserved to get what we were getting ourselves
that's-
into. We were
that's-
drinking.
I deserve
Like,
that
they pulled
baby
us over.
clothes.
They pulled us over.
hey, for real.
They're like, we have all the spray paint on us. We all in the car. Fucking find out what it was is it was the captain driving back to the police station, and as the other car was another cop car, and he said he saw that. So the reason we know because he had the homie in the cop car, and somehow no spray paint was on our fingers, somehow, and fucking or like the whole time I'm like, hey, I gotta take a piss, kind of fucking. Oh, that's gonna be this amount of ticket, whatever. And it's all that Bud Light you have in the front seat. Like, we were fucked up.
Right.
And the homie in the car, he hears it was like the captain's like second to last day or some shit. He was trying to go down, fucking
wanted no
a
paperwork.
hero. He was trying to go down as hero.
Damn.
Fucking, they have the spray cans, they have everything. We had nothing on our fingers, and they told him on the radio, "You gotta let him go. Let us all fucking go." And fucking, I had this thing of mace on me. And they're like, what do you have this for? But when they put it on the car and the homie drove off and he let us go, fucking that shit, you hear the thumping. I'm like, what is that? And he's like, I don't give a fuck. We're getting the fuck out of here. Like, we got away with some, I don't even know how we got out. And the homie had a bunch of coke on him. He fucking punched his stereo, fucking pulled his stereo out. The stuff with coke behind the stereo. Like, we thought we were down.
It was one of those nights. I've been on one of those nights where you think it's about to all go bad, and somehow, with the grace of God, motherfucker, you made it.
And you're at home, you're like,
it's multiple
what the
shit.
fuck?
Like multiple shit could have went down, and
They had us every way. Like, we could have been ruined, But somehow we fucking got out of there to go do more stupid shit. You still don't learn your lesson.
How crazy,
You've been
man.
caught, busted. Fuck, I've been caught one time, and the cop told me, "You really gonna make me do this paperwork?" I'm sorry, officer. I didn't do it. Just I'll change.
For real, for real. Hey, what about you, Motive? I know you got some crazy stories from LA, man.
Crazy stories. So I I moved out here in what was it, 2003?
2, 3 ish.
Yeah. I remember the days too where like me and Viro used to walk from Colfax Avenue for like 8, 9, 10 hours out of the night. This is just sorry.
There you go.
Yeah, so we used to do like nightly missions, me and Viro. Nightly. Fucking like
You see a
8,
lot
10
of crazy
hours a
shit on
night.
Colfax,
Yeah.
bro.
All the old hookers and shit back
Yeah,
then.
going through like Saturday Night Live, fucking all that night. Yeah.
What's the one where fucking the cops drugged Viro?
Where they drugged him?
Yeah, they drug him by his handcuffs. Remember? You're
Oh,
hiding
yeah,
in the
that's what they
bushes.
were.
Like, that's some crazy
I
shit
know,
like
you
this.
probably remember that better than I do.
I don't know. They got busted and fucking everybody hid. And fucking that got viral, and they fucking,
Just drug the
drug
fuck.
his ass all the way fucking 50 feet to the cop car by his handcuffs.
Damn,
Like,
man, fun.
you hear those stories about those alley rides and shit.
Y'all ever got beat up by the cops?
Hell yeah.
I've been slammed around a couple
yeah,
times.
I got hella
I've been
stories,
slammed around
bro.
a couple times, but not enough to fucking.
I've had them be like
Oh, really?
dicks, like real like dick, like just some fucking, but no like
Are you
fucking
talking-
beating me up.
My,
Like-
my homie got punched through the window. As he was in the
Yeah, I
back of the
got
cop
friends
car.
that got bones
They punched him
broken.
and pulled his hat over his head and fucking pushed him over.
Say that one more time.
He,
Hold
he
on.
got in a fight downtown,
Right.
and the cop fucking reached in the window, fucking punched him around the seat, fucking pulled his hat over his head and pushed him over while he's fucking handcuffed.
Damn.
Hey, look,
That's
you want to hear
fucked
something
up.
else? Add that to that. Add like my homie was getting at the LA Forum. Dex. I didn't forget you, motherfucker. He got arrested and he got taken to in Inglewood from LA. They take you every time you get hemmed up. You ain't getting arrested.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get fucked with, like in a heavy way. So they'll take you in parts around the neighborhood and shit. And that fool got taken to the Forum where the Lakers and the Kings used to play and
Right.
shit, you know? So it was like abandoned before the LA Rams went. So anyway, like, you know, they roughed him up, as you know how they do. But when they were putting him back in his own car, they were physically, aggressively putting him in the car, in his own car, in the back seat.
Right.
Explain to me why, I don't know. But he had one leg hanging out, and they straight up slammed the car door on his fucking ankle. The first time. And then he's like, yo, what the fuck is going on? You know. But they did it a second time. So, I'm gonna say it's the LA County Sheriffs in Inglewood, California. You guys know what you're doing, and you've been doing it. Don't lie, fool.
They've been beating shit out of motherfuckers.
That's all I want to say. I got like so many stories, fool, of fucking. It's not exactly LAPD. It's LA County Sheriffs. Them fools
I actually
are
heard
worse.
the sheriffs are the worst. Yeah.
They're worse, fool. Them motherfuckers, fool. I think they've seen Training Day. Training Day is one of my favorite movies, fool. But I swear to God, when fucking Marrano started watching this, they're like, I could do something like this. And then I started getting treated more like, not on a racial tip, but more on a like, I'm gonna fuck with you. Not.
So like, if you get pulled over nowadays, you fuck with the cops, or you?
No,
like,
you fucking shut up.
Yeah. Okay.
You shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I know you have friends though that I have a couple friends that just fucking start fucking running their mouth and like,
I
used
cannot
to.
imagine
It's a
that. I
situation.
cannot imagine that.
huh?
It depends the situation though
No,
too.
ever. No, fool. What? You want some extra
I'm trying
voltage
to
or
go
what?
home. I ain't trying to go to jail.
Exactly, fool.
Yeah, bro. I've
Exactly.
Kind of, I
High
admit I've
five.
kind of had to like maybe bow down like a couple times to the police and just like fuck.
Yeah, there'll be those times too. Shit, I was downtown, bro, like a few years back painting and got caught right in the act, bro. They shined the light on me and everything with the can up to the wall. Bro, kick my ass, bro. Like left boot prints on my legs, my back.
Yeah.
Took me to Denver House, bro. No names, no badge numbers.
Were
Well,
they
then
some
you
young
should-
cats?
Left
Were they
me.
older cats or?
I don't know, bro. Like
You
I was pretty faded at the time, you know, because I was faded bombing, of course. But
Thank goodness you were faded, bro. 'cause
You
it was
see?
like-
yeah,
Do you see why we're all family? We've all shared stories that where we all said, I might have been drunk, but I don't remember exactly. You know, so,
Bombing,
drunk bombing.
so
We
that's
have to
so that's
I
why that's
can't.
where I'm at, where I am. You know, these are the fools. These are my homies. Motive 215 or fucking Van 357, fucking Soak.
Big road dog.
Nah, fuck no. Don't you say my
Coming
name.
to a fucking
Don't you
wall
say my
near
name.
you.
Don't you
coming
say
to
my
a wall
name.
near you, hell yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You have any other kind of crazy stories, man?
Yeah, I got a few, bro. Shit.
So tell them.
like-
Let's-
The first time I met the homie Smack, he's down with the crew, bro.
Yeah.
We went on like
Shout
a
out
all
to
night.
Smack.
Yeah, shout out Smack. We went on like an all night mission, bro, and we were painting and fucking like we went into like Coors Field area. I don't know like what's called that area.
That's kind of Rhino downtown.
Yeah, like Rhino downtown.
That's
and-
kind of the Rhino. It's like,
Like
the border.
Rhino.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
where all
but
the
it's
clubs
so
are
weird.
and shit.
It's so weird there. I don't know. What is it?
What's kind
Half and half?
I figure once you go past Park Avenue, you're downtown.
Honestly,
But then you could say a couple blocks down though too, like where the marquee is, right where that shit cuts off too.
are we getting to like street names? I couldn't tell you. I'll tell you what. I googled it.
I don't know, Larmer.
I googled
like
it, and Denver,
Lerner
from
area.
my area, starts from Yosemite on.
So I'll say like this though, like because I count the Rhino as the east side.
That's
I would
what.
say
Yeah,
the east
that's.
side starts at Park Avenue.
Yeah.
Once you pass Park Avenue, past that Rhino
Yeah.
and the homeless shit, and Jesus said, you're downtown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
like
about so much
downtown
weed
area?
back at the Jesus stage.
Yeah, the Jesus saves shit.
Well, I
you know
bought
what
the
mean?
best weed before that shit got legal there. Back
No
when,
way.
like, from white boys, that was the shit that I loved the most when I moved here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that these white people
Mm-hmm.
like to smoke very good weed. So when I was ever lucky to meet a cool white fool,
You have to
they
get some
could
good-
guide me. This is the, now,
There
mind
was
you,
that pipe that they would only smoke the chronic out of.
absolutely. Are you?
I've had fucking motherfuckers front on me back in the day. We ain't smoking no Reggie on this.
Hell
part.
no.
This is like,
Hell no.
We ain't got
No.
no bloods, we ain't got no papers. All we
Hey,
got is
fool.
that motherfucking pipe with no chronic. And you ain't trying to let me.
Oh, we talking about like that? Oh, that's
Fuck
hoe shit, fool. Are you serious?
There was always
Dead
one, there
ass.
was always
No.
one homie that was
You
so.
Nah.
make me
what?
go to the store and buy it
Who-
if it's open.
Nah,
You ain't even got a can.
nah, fool. He
Right
didn't.
here we got a can.
Hey, hold
Make
up.
a
Yeah, I
pipe
was gonna
real
say, did he
quick.
have an apple? Did he have anything?
I don't know, bro.
A banana?
Apple.
Manzanilla.
Something.
I
Sandía.
ain't
La
trying to smoke
sandía.
out
El
a
cantillo.
I used to love smoking out of an apple and then eat it afterwards.
Nah, fool, I hated it, fool. I don't know if it's just rumors that I heard, but I heard that fucking smoking out of fruits and vegetables and such, organic things, gives you some kind of lung
Gas.
cancer. What do you say?
I say Ned's.
It's way better.
No.
It's way better than pop can and
I
trying to
said
smoke out of
chocolate.
it. Shit.
Yeah. I mean, for real, if I'm fucking down to smoke out of a pop can, I probably don't get much
Fool.
worse.
Exactly.
Or
Exactly.
the
Fool.
fucking
Or
paper
foil
towel roll with
on
the
it.
foil.
Yeah.
See, this is why this is my
I seen
people.
you on Kofax, bro. I'm all worried about
Who, me?
that.
Me? Ah,
Bro,
damn.
whatever.
Me? You seen me?
Bro, you used to live 2 blocks away.
Fool, and you still stayed away from me.
Don't act like
No.
don't act like we're from A-Town.
A-Town down,
This
fool.
was-
You know why it's down? It's because it's a sad face. Or oh shit!
hate him,
Take that out.
Half my family
Take
was
that
up
out.
there. I
Fool.
hate
Take
it.
that out.
There no edits, bro.
Yeah, there's that. It's the fuck you talking
That's
about.
Road Walk Pacifico number.
Hey, tomorrow. I'm talking in
Half of a
2022.
Pacifico.
Joe Thunder is gonna find this shit in 2023, and he's gonna bring it to everybody.
What's that?
Just not all the edits.
The what? Oh,
The edits.
behind the scenes, the extra.
Yeah, you're just gonna
the
you're
bleeps.
just- You're gonna make me look dope, huh?
He recorded all our fucking.
Well, look, I have a.
I got the one on there. We're gonna give half the fucks.
We don't give half a fucks. Hey,
We'll give, yeah.
hey, do you remember my freestyle about my small dick?
What?
Oh, you don't?
What? Hold on. What did you say? To start
I
all over?
freestyle. Do you remember the freestyle that you recorded of me talking about my small penis?
I definitely don't remember that, bro.
No?
I'm sure that got deleted right away.
Okay, I thought maybe you'd have saved it for like 2 days and like really listen to
I
it.
mean, I was probably like, what is he rapping about?
Well, look,
His
look.
small dick? Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Like,
Well, let me tell you, it didn't work on you, but the reason that I did that is because everyone's always so like, hey, I'm fucking dope. I'm the shit. I thought rapping about how, like, being the opposite of it, I just call it my small dick rap.
are you sure you didn't record that with Selector Sam? Because he was little.
I don't even,
he
I
was
want to
little-
put this on record.
He was little dingaling. So, I mean, that kind of sounds like maybe
No.
y'all recorded that shit.
No, let me put this on big record, and I want everyone to know. I don't know who Selector Sam is.
Yes, you do, fool.
I got good. Do you still
No.
talk to Mr. Verbal?
I haven't talked to him in.
Man, that was my man. I used to see him
Oh
downtown
yeah,
after the
see,
club. fucking
that's when I was
drunk,
15,
Yeah.
fool.
I haven't
Fucking
talked to him in
yeah.
like 5 years. He hit
Yeah.
me up one day all
5
random.
years still.
And I try to call him back or text him like a long time ago, and he just no replies.
Ah,
so.
man, that was the homie right there. I used to see him downtown after the club.
He was
the
good.
Only, I say that's the only motherfucker in Denver, Colorado ever go platinum.
Yeah.
Shut up, fool.
This, man.
Yeah.
What? Excuse me? No, you're lying
He
to me.
sold CDs
What are you talking
for like
about?
almost fucking 15
Look.
years every day
Joe.
for as a life.
Joe, he's a millionaire?
No, I never said that.
Oh, sorry.
When you
I
sell
misheard.
CDs for like a dollar,
$5 disc. I remember $5 disc.
He was like, he would get whatever, bro.
I was
like,
gonna say, yo, what
you know
the
I mean? He
fuck?
wasn't
He'd
selling
be
the
downtown at the
CDs.
club,
Yeah.
fucking just
No,
random
that
people.
fool, he was.
That was my dude, man. I used to see him fucking
He was
all
active.
nothing but love. Bourbon, get out
I'll
there.
tell you what, bro. He took me to. I'll call this like the $1 million spot. It was literally across Auraria campus where you put the gas. The only place you could really put gas downtown. You know what I'm saying, on Colfax.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was that like a
And-
shower. Or something?
Oh, shit.
Where the
Oh,
McDonald's is, you know what I mean?
is it a Burger King or a
Nah,
McDonald's?
McDonald's.
It's
a
They
McDonald's?
shut down the Burger King. That's the block before.
Oh, fuck,
But
that shit was
I would go there with
nuts.
that fool to sell CDs, and I would make literally like $200 in like an hour or two. Like people would be like, "I'll buy 5 of them for 20." Boom. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And
yeah.
Another motherfucker like before you know it had so much
He was a
traffic.
good
fool.
salesman, man. I used to see him outside the club, fucking slanging.
No,
those
no, hey,
motherfuckers.
let's not. Anyone. I just want to say right now for, like, Joe, for, like, you talking to. Look how you're bigging up somebody, like, for, like, how they were selling CDs and shit, for. You want to remember when I met you, the age that I was, for? It was like 14, 15, something like that.
Yeah, for
For-
sure.
You have always, when I explain people like, oh, yo, I'm gonna go kick it with such and such. Who's that? Let me tell you. I mean, like, only the motherfucker that promoted the most fucking music, the most local music, and also did, I don't know, international or whatever. Like, people from, like, out of state. I don't know what the fucking word is.
We were doing everything.
Yeah, for you've been doing it for like a very long time, and I just want everyone to know that you are the shit for doing that, and like how you never stopped and you just did it better.
Appreciate you,
You're
bro.
still going. Still
I
going.
Yeah.
was telling Suggs earlier, like the videos, like I was basically doing podcasts like 10, 15 years
Before
ago.
it
at
was
the
a
crib.
podcast.
You've been there recording
Fuck.
freestyles and all the whole shit, you know what
Yes,
I mean?
that's what I was talking
Documenting
about.
everything.
Yeah, fool. That's why I wanted to give you your props for and let you know that,
Appreciate it,
like,
bro. Appreciate it.
no, everyone appreciates you. Everyone that respects fucking hip hop represented in Denver
Especially if they're in the scene. they
needs to
about
know.
you, man,
If
you know.
if they don't know who Joe Thunder is, for, then you don't know what your existence is.
They really
Because,
need
like, really, for, like, you've promoted for so long, you've done so much for. It's amazing.
they
It's
really
dope,
need to
fool.
look at the bigger picture, man, and just work together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Like,
fool, and
that's
that's
the fucking key with anything.
yeah, fool. And I learned that shit moving here, fool. Like, I started getting away from that, like, that whole militant type way of thinking. I'm like, fuck that, fool. Who's that? He wrote next to me? Fuck that, you know? And then, like, I started seeing how, like, can we all exist? Well, maybe we can.
Got it. Not
But
it'll-
that's what I wish.
if not, it'll be the death of us.
That or COVID.
Oh yeah, bro.
You know, I had COVID 2 weeks ago. I'm licking this mic right now.
I like that.
I don't know.
When that, I'll pause for when that. I was saying,
Yeah.
when that shit starts coming out, that means
What?
it's time to end the pod. We're gonna start left to right. We're gonna start with so many shout outs, man. Any kind of final thoughts, bro?
Yeah, just shout out to my crews, TCA, LFT.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, shout out to you for having us on the podcast.
For sure, appreciate y'all coming on.
Everybody in the culture, shit, all the crews out there too.
Everybody.
Putting on for the scene in Denver. So, yep.
Hell yeah, Mr. Rover.
I got some simple shout outs. Fucking Stay Busy, one of my other crews, based out of Canada. Pour and Tank. Fucking Stay Busy. If you'd like, you can check it out on Bandcamp, Stay Busy. .bandcamp.com. Also, I just want to send the biggest fucking shout outs that I can to my wife, because she's
Fuck yeah.
awesome, and I want her to be awesome forever.
That's dope, man. Hell yeah. Big Van.
Hey, thanks for having us. Give a shout out to my homeboy Noise, Dink, and my
The whole
boy.
South, right? You're deep in the Mexican fucking rap fucking culture. You're in a bunch of videos.
He's throwing
I mean,
gang signs right now.
And then, yeah,
He's connected, bro.
my boy Ash out in Cali, killing it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
shout out Asher.
Damn.
Yeah, you
Shout
know,
out Cali homies.
everybody stay up, keep it going.
Shout out to Texas TCA too. I don't think they get enough recognition.
We got,
Yeah, but you guys, real quick, you guys have chapters in other cities.
yeah, we got
do,
everybody
yeah.
fucking all over the place.
Where
Other-
some of
other
like your,
countries.
where were some of like your bigger, you know what I mean?
I'd
So
say
yeah,
that-
we had the Cali chapter, like the little homies out there.
Okay.
California, Montebello, Pico Rivera. And then we had a chapter out here in Denver. And then we had a chapter in Denver.
Alright.
Yeah.
There's some people spread out like Texas,
Here and there,
or like
yeah, I know what
Nashville,
you're
South
saying.
Carolina.
Couple, I don't want to say stragglers, but a couple
No, there's-
stragglers, you know what I mean? Here and
Yeah.
there.
No, it's not
Paul,
stragglers.
Paul,
It's just
Paul,
like
Paul,
additions.
Yeah, no, I know. That was a
And,
little
you know,
bad.
Extended
My bad,
family.
My bad.
Yeah, you know, there's people out around that we got. Super extended family, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts, man? Any kind of
So
shout-outs?
www.motivedesigns.co.
Get your hot sauce.
Get your hot sauce.
Hell yeah.
So this is your shit
Get your
real quick, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
flag.
Talk about
That's
it
my
until
shit.
like your hot
Yeah,
sauce?
Yeah, can we-
Habaneros.
Some New Mexico
Yeah.
shit.
Can we talk
Some-
about it?
Is it what part of New Mexico?
Oh no, that's Denver.
Oh,
That's
Denver.
all Denver.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
That's my
Try it out in the
Where
morning.
can we
bro.
get it though?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, so www.motivedesigns.co. You
That's
got it.
right.
Design, graphics.
Yeah, I'm a graphic designer. I make hot sauces. I
You starting to
For fun.
slur now, homie.
I do.
Hey,
Hey, notice how the most drunkest fool that's just slightly less drunker than you is like, oh, fool, you slurring, fool.
Look, fool.
yeah, but that's what
Yeah,
it is.
I'll tell you what. We had one of the homies on the fucking podcast, right behind you,
Oh yeah.
and he got lit, bro.
Yeah, I heard that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
And I was like, bro, let's get you a ride. And he's like, I'm gonna get you. I got it taken care of. And I was like, when I heard from the next day, I was like,
You're like,
They
oh,
say-
I got
they
a
said
text.
That's when you gotta call and check up on him.
It was
You
one
there?
Thank you,
those things
Jesus.
where I left.
Thank you, Jesus.
And I'm usually last for smoking weed, but I had left and they had stood with Elvis, drinking a little more. I was like, man, shout out.
Hell yeah.
Well,
Good people and good times.
Yeah, thank you, homie.
Yeah,
No,
thanks,
for
bro. Hell
sure.
yeah.
We'll definitely have to get you back again, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was a good time, fool. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah, I smoked a ton of
yeah,
weed
it's
tonight.
a first for me. So
Shout
yeah,
out,
thank
be
you.
good,
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Hell yeah, we'll have to do it again, man, and we'll get down on the get down. But there you have it, man. Another banger. Some shit that started in L.A. Migrated here to Denver and a couple other spots, man. Dope for Graffiti Crew, TCA. We got Ro, Vin, Motive, Silks. We are out of here. You can find us on all platforms. Peace.
That's where you find La Familia.